Welcome to tonight's live watch along. It is West Ham United against Leicester City. Welcome wherever you are watching live. We want your views and we want your comments in tonight's Fan Zone show. Don't forget, everybody who is watching live, we can get your comments on screen just like this. Daniel Bradbury there getting his comments in. Sawar has been sold today to Club Bruges. Apparently, whatever you want to talk about today, you can talk about. So join us in today's Fan Zone show live. We are going to be joined by Jake, who is down at the game. Here he is.
Hi.
Hear me, mate? You all right?
Pardon? Oh, it's a bit loud here.
Where are you? You're down at the ground, aren't you? Down at the game. You're still in the pub.
Yeah, still in the pub. There's a small amount of Leicester fans here, and then obviously surrounded by West Ham fans, so we're kind of just crowded in the corner.
Great. Which pub are you in?
Oh, I don't even know. It's Wetherspoons, about 20 minutes away. It's the closest Wetherspoons cheap drinks.
Have you seen many Leicester fans down there, Jake?
Well, we arrived quite early, so not too many Leicester fans when we arrived, but supposedly there's only about 200 tickets left out of the 3,000 allocated fans, so it should be a good turnout, yeah.
So it should be a good crowd. Jake, stick around and get your views in, get your comments in today's live watch-along.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the watch-along? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Holograms, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, and Hope Against Cancer. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, indeed. Simon says, let's remove that. Hang on. Simon says here, it's going to be hard today. Take a draw after the weekend, but a bogey away fixture anymore. Need to play 2 strikers away from home. Come on, lads. We're going to get Jake back in here very, very shortly. Nick Moore saying, come on, Leicester. And then he says, is Ian Stringer's broken down en route, Ian? What is going on there? Fee, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Get your comments in. The councillor saying big game, looking forward to it. He also goes on to say fancy strongly for a counter-attacking 3 points today. Carlos saying hi, 2-0 to Leicester City. And by the way, Peter's Pizzeria is amazing. Yeah, don't forget, indeed, we have got 2 competitions for you to give away. We want to get your comments in. Predict the first goal scorer and correct the final score and win pizza. How easy is that? And another one, thanks to Pucka Pies. What minute will the last goal be scored? Get your predictions in live before kickoff, obviously, and we will see who wins that later on. Let's get Jake back in. He is down in some sort of Wetherspoons. Jake, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, good. So what's the general feeling of the fans who've gone down to the game, do you think, today? Are they looking forward to a win, or do you think people would take a draw?
From the general chit-chat and obviously earwigging some of the West Ham fans, I think both teams are sort of up for it. I mean, this is the first game back in 18 months for West Ham. You know, the London Stadium's sort of the stadium that, you know, the atmosphere, you know, we've been in previous seasons, the atmosphere sort of, you know, goes away. But I think both fans are up for it. There's a lot of Leicester fans you can see sort of around, sort of singing and chanting. West Ham fans seem up for it. Here we're going to the West Ham fans. There's them saying, you know, Leicester a good team, but we can do this. And they've had a good game against Newcastle. But you know, both set of fans, I think we can win this game.
We've both been down to the London Stadium before, and it was a great game when we went. But the West Ham fans, it can be a bit of a quiet one. But Nick Moore says here, we need to get at them for the full 90 minutes. If we go a goal up early there, the fans will turn. It'd be important for Leicester not to have a slow start today, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, I assume the team news is out now, which I haven't seen. I'm not sure if you know what the team is for today at all.
Yeah, I'm just going to find it out, Jake.
Okay, but presuming the team news is out. Oh, yeah, 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, I've just got a beer. Yeah. the team news, I'm hoping that that we sort of go a bit more attacking. I think West Ham, if we sort of play how we did against Wolves, I think they will sort of counter us a lot more, and I think we'll.
Let me talk you through the team then, Jake. I'm just going to mute you for a
so.
second. So the team news, for those of you who haven't heard it, is it's Schmeichel in goal. No surprise there, obviously. Daniel Ricciardo, Soyuncu and Amati are the centre-backs, which is exactly what I think everybody thought that's exactly what it would be. Luke Thomas is a full-back there with Ricardo Pereira. Then in the middle, we've got Ndidi and Tielemans, and then Perez, Maddison, Barnes and Vardy. So I think pretty much it's the team that we suspected it would be, Jake.
Yeah, not too different really at all from the Wolves game. I think we just have to sort of up our tempo. You know, West Ham are a team where they can attack, and it's at home for West Ham. And, you know, their fans will be up for it, and we really don't want to be in a position where, you know, their fans are riling and we sort of get knocked down because of that. Because me and Purple on the way down, when we were talking, said, you know, the first goal is almost, we think it's going to be sort of the decider. You know, if we score the first goal, our fans will be up for it, we'll get them pushing for a second goal. If they score the first goal, we think their fans will be up for it and they'll get the second goal. So.
Yeah, that first goal is going to be important, Jake. There's always chit-chat about Ozzy Perez. I'd like to be one of his supporters, Jake. I know you're not necessarily his biggest supporter in there, but what's your take on Perez getting the start again tonight?
There's something there that Rod just sees that I think some Leicester fans don't. I think, you know, there's some times where, you know, he just miscontrols the ball and you're thinking, what are you doing in this squad? How are you getting to the starting level over the likes of Albrighton and Pratt? But he does have a good work rate in tracking back and defending. I think that's what Rodgers likes. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and slate a player. I might do it if I wasn't on live, but when we're on live, I might say something different. But, you know, if Rodgers trusts him and thinks he'll do the job, then that's all we can really. We have to trust Rodgers, Rodgers' judgment.
Brilliant, Jake. I'm going to let you go, and hopefully you'll click back on when you're outside the ground when you finish that pint.
I will do.
So join us back in a bit.
Will do.
All right. Thanks for Jake, who's live down in the Wetherspoons just outside the ground. So that's good to get him in on this. Now, listen, earlier on, I had a chat with Walshy, the legend that is Steve Walsh. It was a little bit earlier on in the day, so it is a pre-record, but watch what he had to say. Here we go. Thanks for joining us. I'm here with the legend that is Walshy. Walshy, have you got your boots ready for tonight? Because
I wish I had, Phil. Yeah.
Vestergaard's out, Fofana's out, Evans is out. We're a bit short on centre backs.
Centre backs, yeah, it's really getting worrying. This is, and Brendan Rodgers must be, you know, pulling his hair out at the minute with the way things, the timing of the, you know, the Fofana terrible injury. That I watched that game. You know, it was unbelievable to see one of our future stars who has made such an impact to miss, you know, at least 3-4 months of the season already is a killer blow to Brennan. And now, as you can see, there's Vestergaard, there's Big Wes has left us, of course. I still have Wes starting. I would rather than myself because my knees are gone now. But no, listen, he finds a way, does Brendan. He's very good manager, as we all know. And nothing seems to faze him. And he doesn't get upset, but I bet internally he is. He must be, because he's been hit with a few big blows over the last season, and only just fell short. And we win an FA Cup, we win the Community Shield. How well has he done it for this football club? And where does it go from here? So yeah.
I think Amati will play tonight, and I quite like Amati, Steve. I think before his injury, he was playing ever so well, and I think he's working himself back in there. I know a few fans worry maybe he's got a mistake in there, but I actually think he's a young lad. He needs to be given game time and game time. I do like Amati. What's your view on him?
He's certainly fitted into that back 4 or 3, however we play him very, very well. I think Brendan's helped him in conditioning him into how he plays that position. He can adapt to a lot of positions, Ken and Marty. I think his distribution is something that needs to, in a sense of counter-attacking and how we play. I think sometimes that's the only thing missing, but he's done very well. He's defended well as a unit. So obviously it's been ideal timing for Brendan that he's fitted in so well and so comfortable. Johnny Evans is one that really is the Rolls Royce that's missing in this team for me. He's the tank commander, if you will, and without him, it doesn't feel right at all. Okay, we've had a good start. We've won the Community Shield. We've beat Wolves, but there's a lot at stake at the moment with the defence, and it wasn't a year ago. We had an abundance of centre backs, of wing backs, terrific wing backs, and then it just shows you how injuries can cripple your thoughts and your thought process of how your team plays. But he's very good at adapting and changing his style of play, is Brendan. And don't forget, we've got Harvey Barnes coming back, and these players who have had bad injuries, you've got to give them time. They need a little bit more time than anybody else. And Marty's only just showing now, from a terrible injury, and so did all Fofana. They'll have to get over it, and he'll take time. But we know the potential of these players, and it's good to see that he can slide in there.
Pereira starting to look back to his best form, I thought,
yeah.
Steve. And Castagna, you wouldn't chuck him back into the mix. You'd want to ease him back in, wouldn't you?
He's going to have to, is Brendan, because you're seeing with other players and other football clubs how injuries are happening quite regular now with the amount of games that were played over that. It seems to have had a knock-on effect. But whether it's the pitches these days, whether you look at the pitches and say they're really firm, there's no giving pitches now. There seems a lot of injuries these days, and we just don't know. But still, we've got to get on with. Ricardo's been for me outstanding these last few games. I've looked at him, and since he's come back from his injury, and it's took him time, and now I can just see him getting back to his best. I can see everything he does that he used to do, and it took him a little while. It did, and I can see him more or less back to his best in the next few weeks.
Steve, go on then, the score prediction for tonight.
Oh, you always put me on the spot.
I always put you on the spot.
Well,
come on.
Well, I've got to go 1-2. So I'm guessing that Mr. Vardy, now he's got a taste back of hitting the back of the net, then I think players like him will add to that tally. So I'd like to think, maybe a Daka or somebody, one of the new players can make an impact. So yeah, we've certainly spent some good money, and we've got some good players in the ranks. But again, at the minute, it's the defensive unit that's being dismantled through injuries and suspend and everything. So it's a nightmare for Brendan.
Tough one. Thanks, Walshy. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
All right,
Cheers.
Phil, all the best. Yep. Cheers, mate.
And that was Walshy earlier, having a nice little chat with me. Get your views in, get your comments in. Do you agree with Walshy? I know what you all want to know is, what was Walsh's ironing board doing in the background there? Who's doing his ironing for him? Does Walshy do it himself? And was that Walsh's pants on the ironing board? We want your comments. Don't comment any of those. Listen, keep getting your views in. I can see Sean has joined us live from the Fox's Arms tonight. I'm going to add him in. Helena says, love to see Walshy in there. Dorco says, 6-3-1, pump it up to Vardy, counter-attacking football. Don't forget, keep getting your comments in. Rye saying 3-1 to Leicester. That's what we want to hear. We want as many comments from you guys as we can. Don't forget, Tom and Jono are live all the way through. We are live now, right and through till post-match, where we'll be bringing it all to you. Fee says Barnes, Vardy and Daka to score night. Is that a 3-0 Fee or more? Listen, I'll put the link out there and you can click on the video just like Sean has. I'm going to add the link back in there. Let's add him in. Sean and Alfie.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Absolutely fantastic, mate. I've got some balloons. They've all got my balloons out ready for tonight, and so yeah, it's Enjoying
Sean,
my 50th.
is it your
Mate.
50th birthday today?
Tonight is my 50th, yeah. And I'd
Happy
like to
birthday.
thank you. If Gray's listening, Gray sent somebody and put behind the bar for me tonight. So thanks a lot, Gray. And my brother as well, Cycle Pin, he's put some money behind the bar. So it's working out really well tonight. Here's the man. Here he is, look. He's working on.
Hey!
Hey,
Sean, does he do any work? Does he actually do any work?
No, but
No,
Karen does all the work.
Do that.
Karen's doing all the yeah. Anyway, he's for tonight. Is he popped down to the stadium? Is he going to go chuck a shirt on?
I know we're a bit short, Sean, tonight, aren't we? No Vestergaard. We've got the team news going across the bottom there. I've got no problem, Sean, with him, RT. Are you okay with him back there?
Yeah, we spoke before, didn't we? You know, he's doing a good job at the minute. What he's doing, so you know, so be it. You can't change a winning side. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Take it how it goes tonight. See what happens.
I mean, Sean, I don't know what happens if we have an injury to one of the centre backs in the game, because that bench, I don't know what we'd do. We've got nobody really.
I've got a phone number. I've got a phone number for somebody, but he's contracted for Oxford at the minute. So sorry.
Well, I know you obviously, you're a big pal of Elliot Moore, who left Leicester, and it's done really, really well going over to Oxford when we sold him. It sort of strikes me that it's a shame we did let him go, because you would feel he was at the club for what, 10 years?
He was there from the age of 6, but you know, obviously we're a massive club now. I mean, when he joined the club, we were, you know, like a team that needed academy players, and they're the sort of players that, you know, you expect to play. But you know, when we get to the level that we are now, unfortunately, money, you know, we buy in players, and you know, we are losing a few of the academy players. I mean, I know Josh Knight, he's also left us now, and he's gone to Peterborough. But yeah, it's a shame. But like I say, money is the object, and when you're a top Premier League side, which we are now, apart from Sky don't tell us that, you know, you need the money to buy these players. But yeah, I mean, I know Gary Cahill was mentioned, but I believe he's now gone to. He wanted a 2-year deal, and he's gone to Bournemouth now, I believe. And Leicester were just looking for just a 1 year. So I'm not sure if that's right, but yeah, I think we've just got to be careful. If we get any more injuries, we are going to be struggling.
Sean, are you ready? Are you ready for all your birthday messages to come on screen?
Yeah, get them all on.
It's a Sean show. Here we are. Right. Kevin says happy 50th birthday. Fee says happy 50th. Steve saying happy birthday. Ian Reed saying happy birthday. Rye saying happy birthday. Kevin wants to know, you might need to cover Alfie's ears. Have the stripograms turned up?
Not yet. No, they're coming after the full-time whistle.
Indeed. Listen, let's ask Alfie, because he's there. Alfie, I want to know from you. Dennis Pratt isn't in the starting side again. What's your take? You don't think he should be?
I don't rate him, mate. I really don't. I don't think he's good to be in the team or the squad. I just don't think it. I would pick Dewsbury all over Dennis Pratt all day long.
Ooh.
Sean, he's got some quite controversial opinions there. I've got to be fair with you, Alfie. Dewsbury Hall, I've liked what I've seen of him in pre-season. I've actually thought he's performed a little bit better than Maddison, if I'm honest.
Yeah, he's had a great season on loan at Luton. I think he'll be playing some first-team football later on in the season.
Well done, mate. He got room for. We got a spare show for him.
I know we should.
Show for him. Hey?
We should get you on. What's your go then, Alfie? While we've got you on, what is your take on Perez?
Perez, I think sometimes he plays well, sometimes he doesn't. I think tonight's going to be one of them days where he's going to smash 4 goals in.
Oh, 4.
Yeah.
You change every week.
I've changed my mind. 4 goals for Perez today.
Cool. Is Alfie? Is there many other Leicester fans down the Fox's Arms at the moment?
We've got some more. There we go. Look, these are from all the way from Wales.
We can get a cheer from them.
Can we have a cheer? We're live on Leicester Fan TV. Yeah. We're trying to drag a few more in tonight as well. We've got I'll quickly show you this. Look, even Jamie's done this for me tonight. Let me. I don't want to steal the show, but here we go. Look. Can we down? Oops, sorry, mate.
Fantastic. You're not, Sean, you're not fighting with people already, are you, in there?
Yeah, someone's just trying to knock me over. No.
Hold on, where you going?
Oh, is it? Oh, what?
Oh, here, Phil. How's it going?
Go on then, let's get your predictions in, Jamie.
Desmond, pal.
Oh, he's predictable.
Desmond.
You're predictable.
Hey, if you can't win, don't lose.
Famous
It's
words.
as simple as that.
I'm sticking with mine. I think Jamie's got some bubbles down his socks, and once he gets that winner tonight, he'll start blowing them bubbles at them hammers.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Sean, for joining us. Have a fantastic night down
Will
at the
do.
Fox's Arms.
Thank you, everybody.
Maybe we'll see you later, Sean. Click in. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
If I'm not had too many, I'll click in after the game.
Brilliant. All right, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
See ya. That's Sean and Alfie, who are live at the Fox's Arms. We've had Steve Walsh on. We've had Jake from out in the Weatherspoons down outside the ground. We've had Sean, Alfie on. We've got your views in. Let's get a couple in there. Danny says Benkovic isn't on the bench. Is he injured again or not just good enough? Danny, I think that's a great question. Get your views in on Benkovic. I'm going to say Brendan Rodgers, don't rate him. He ain't going to play for Leicester. If he's not going to be on the team now and on the bench, unless he's injured, which I don't believe he is, I don't know what is going on. Listen, I think Jack has just joined us. Jack, who obviously does Wednesday nights Leicester Fan TV. Let's get him in. Hopefully get you in. Jack, can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, good, Phil. How are you?
Good, Jack. It's not the greatest connection, but you are outside the West Ham Stadium. I can. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, Jack is outside. Great. Jack, give us your views.
Same team as last weekend. Like you say, you need to keep a winning side. It gives the team confidence playing together and winning together, you know. A massive boost of confidence after winning 1 at Newcastle, 4-2 away. They'll have a confidence boost as well. You know, the massive bloke up front in Mikel Antonio, it's something Leicester need to watch out for tonight because he's a right handful and we just need to know how to deal with him.
Jack, I mean, the team, obviously, there's no Vestergaard, and on the bench, we're a little bit light if we do lose any centre-backs. The one thing we do not want is an injury to either Sonko or Amati today. You're going to be watching those tackles through your fingers, aren't you?
I've been watching Amati's passes through my fingers for sure. He's not a long-range passer, as we know, you know, but he's done a fantastic job, Phil, since filling in for centre-backs. You can't criticise him, you know. Perez, you know, I think he'll have a decent game tonight. What's his natural position? I'm not really sure what Perez is. Is he a striker? Is he a midfielder? Is he a winger? We don't know. Kags in Soyuncu, Kags, you know, he's there and about. He's our Turkish delight at Leicester City Football Club. Hopefully he delights the fans tonight with an header at the back post.
Jack, what's your take? Jack Rice,
something that we brought Vestergaard in for to win headers from set pieces and that and score and create chances. And I think tonight we can do that. We just don't need to give away sloppy goals and sloppy tackles on that field.
Jack, I'm going to let you go because it's not a great connection, but thanks so much. Hopefully join us again in a bit, Jack, okay? Thanks a lot for clicking in from outside the ground. Good luck to all the fans who are down at the stadium. That is brilliant. Thanks, Jack. Cheers. I'm going to let Jack go because it wasn't the best connection, but thanks a lot to Jack for joining us there. Hopefully he'll join us again soon, as will hopefully Jake, who's finished his pint down in the Weatherspoons. The Ginger Postie says... It's Jason Mills, isn't it? Says, be happy with a point tonight. See, I've got a memory. I think so. It is Jason. Taj says, do you think we're going to loan Chowdhury? Well, Chowdhury's on the bench again tonight. I think would be me. I'm one of the 7%. We did a Twitter poll. How many of you would keep him, loan him, sell him. Only 7% said keep him. I know about 50 or 60% said loan him to give him experience. I get that. I think we need him. He's in the squad tonight. You know, Chowdhury could come on tonight and replace Ndidi, and Ndidi could go back into defence. You know, he helps, gives us options in there. Dorco says, what are we saving Daka for? Well, listen, Jamie Vardy, for me, looked on fire against Wolves. I thought he looked our best player. So that is one of them. Michael, thank you. Michael, come on the link if you want to, Michael. I've put the link out there and I'll share it again. So if any of you want to come on, Michael says he's in the 7%. I'm a big believer in Chowdhury. I know a lot of you say he could go out on loan. I'm still believing in him, but I think he can do it with us. I really do. I'm just going to put in here, join on video via this link. Yeah, you can hear me type and talk at the same time. There it is. I've just put it in the chat, in the comments. Perez is getting too much hate. I'm hoping to see something good from him. Elijah, yeah, so we don't forget Elijah. If you want to come on the stream, do come on today. I've got 2 people clicked on it in that time. Thank you so much. I say, just click on this link, whether you're on Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, wherever you are, click on it. Let's get in Ross and Gray together. Ross, good evening.
Yes.
Gray, good evening.
Evening.
How are we doing, lads?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous and that. It'll be a tough game, as I've said on the other shows. I think if we want a very tough game tonight, could be one of our toughest games this season. That might sound daft, but the way West Ham play, I think we're looking to get revenge on West Ham. Obviously after last season. So obviously good team. We all, Leicester Gard's not in the team. Obviously I know he's injured, but obviously, for example, if unfortunately we did get an injury to Kags or anything, Ndidi can slot in there. Sumari goes into Ndidi's position, so it's not the end of the world. However, I would prefer if it didn't happen. So I ain't got a long side. So obviously I'm very busy at work, but if I come on quickly, I've got my Charlie's gone with 2-1 Leicester with Nacho and Vardy, and I've gone with 1-0 Vardy, and I really hope he winds up them West Ham fans with some like bubble machine or something something bubble related, so he can wind them up. But yeah, it's a tough game, but I think 1-0. Obviously, again, tough game. I'd love to see Vardy get a goal. If Vardy doesn't score, I'd love to see Daka come on. So that would be pretty awesome if Daka came on and scored.
Are you sticking around, Ross, or you got to get back to work?
I'm going to get back, but I'll put it on in the background. So yeah, if you see it like that, it's because obviously I put my screen down. So don't click me in.
All right, we'll see you. Thank you, Ross, for joining us.
No worries. See you later, Greg.
See you, Ross.
It's just me and you then, Gray. Ross has gone. Gray.
Yeah.
Benkovic doesn't make the squad again today. I don't think he's injured.
No.
Surely he's got to be. It'd be worth on the bench, wouldn't he? As long as he's not injured.
Wouldn't be a bad backup plan, but obviously he was with Rodgers at Celtic, and that's so Rodgers knows what he can do. Maybe Rodgers thinks that he's not cut out for the Premier League.
You get that feeling. I've just put that out there in the comments. No Benkovic. I want to know what people think or know. I haven't heard that he's got an injury. Maybe I'm wrong in there. I think Amarty's done well. I mean, so far, great. Tonight, we've just talked about defence. Let's switch it round, talk a little bit about the attack. Maddison, Perez, Barnes, Vardy, who do you want to start with?
I'd go with Vards because he's looking sharp. Pre-season, he's looking sharp. The goal that he scored against West Ham was class. Lovely little touch. I'm not a big Perez fan, but I do think that he's had a couple of good games, and that so he maybe deserves his starting position, and that's hard for me to say, but. Say it in every show. I trust Brendan in what Brendan decides. So I'll just back the lads. I've gone for a 3-2. I think we're going to get 2 early goals and they're going to come back to 2-2. And I think we'll pinch a winner in the last couple of minutes.
The games against West Ham the last few years, Gray, there has been goals in them. There's been a few 2-alls. I went down there a few seasons ago. Leicester won 3-2 away. There's been some goals. I think there's going to be goals tonight.
Definitely going to be a goal fest. I just hope that the back three. I think we're looking at a back three with 2 wing backs. I just hope that they can keep the heads, and Cags, without having the wiser head near him, can take control of it and be solid as what we know Cags can be.
Gray, you've just said you think we're going to do a back three.
Yeah.
Go on then. I thought I've looked at that team and thought that's a back four, but who's your back three then?
I'm just looking at it now.
I've got mine. I'll give you mine, Gray. Give you a second. I've got Luke Thomas and Pereira as fullbacks and Soyuncu and Amati as centre backs.
I may have missed.
Maybe.
I
didn't know if you might. No, I don't know if you thought maybe Ndidi had dropped back there as part of a three. It could happen, but
no. Ndidi, you don't want him in the back three. He goes into the back as an emergency. He just rules the midfield, doesn't he? He's like the Kante days where you were like having a 12th man. He's just everywhere, and you want him there to win everything that he wins.
I agree. I think whenever we put him as a centre back, which has happened a few times, Gray, I think he's a fantastic player where he plays. It almost spoils 2 positions because I don't think he's the best centre back. And it means somebody else who isn't Ndidi has to go into midfield.
Yeah, but I think like Ross was just saying, Samore is a good replacement for it, and Ndidi. And if Ndidi has to drop back there, then he does. You know, was it Villarreal where little Wes got injured? Obviously he dropped back there then. And in the FA Cup final, did he drop back? He dropped back, but we had
defensive,
no Samore. Yeah. But we had no Samore then. But it's mate, I'm just excited. I was unfortunate to miss the first game. I didn't see any of it because I was away on my holidays in Ireland, and that I just got a clip of the goal. So I don't know how the lads played or anything. So I'm looking forward to watching them tonight.
Should be good, Gray. Just remind us of your score prediction there before I let you go.
3-2. And if Sean's watching over at the Fox's Arms, happy birthday, mate. Enjoy the drink from me.
He is. He's just been on. Did you see him on, Gray?
No, I was down having.
He was on live, and he did. Well, that'll teach you. He did. He was on live, and he did say, thanks to Gray, you put some money behind the bar.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I put 20 euros behind the bar for him.
Oh, bless.
I don't know Sean, but it's his 50th birthday, so happy birthday, mate, and enjoy the drink from me.
I'll tell you what, Gray, that is the joy of what Leicester Fan TV has been doing over the last year, bringing us all together as fans, getting to know each other. So,
and if anyone missed Jamie's show at the weekend, Sunday there's a competition. I've put £50 in for either £50 drinks vouchers at the Fox's Arms or £50 at the club shop. So there will be a competition on Jamie's show on Sunday.
Fantastic, Gray. You're a legend.
All
we'll see you soon, mate. Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
Thanks, Gray. Gray's joined us there. That is absolutely great. Don't forget that link is there. If you want to click on it, let me see if I can post it again. Join the video link. I've got 2 people already waiting. That is Jason and Sean. Don't worry, Sean, I'm going to get you in, mate. Be patient, Sean, all right? We need your positivity. Going to get a few comments in. Don't forget, there is that link. I've put it into the chat so you can put in there. Sky are not talking about the game as they're talking about Harry Kane. I know it's as if we don't matter on the games. When it's Man U against Chelsea or Chelsea against whoever, they talk for an hour before it. And everybody I know, when it's Leicester against somebody, it's like, oh yeah, we'll do it 5 minutes to go. We'll give you the team news. And here we are. So keep getting your views in. Dave says, bring us all together. We've done great for donation 2-2 draw tonight, says Dave. Thank you for in there. Keep getting your comments in. Sean is saying here, I'm calling it. Madders will have a good game and Daka will score. Sean, come back at full time and you can tell us you said it all before. Don't forget, you can click on that video link. We want your views. Tom and Jono are live tonight. They're going to be joining me in about 10 minutes. We're going all the way through the match. I'll be back at half-time and back at full-time to get your views and comments in. Don't forget, this is fans. It's what we do. Let's add a fan in. It's Jason. Oh,
hello.
Jason coughing. Jason, are you the ginger postie?
That's me.
I thought it was.
I've literally
you?
just started up that Twitter account. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Yeah, apart from a little bit of a cold going on, but I'm all right otherwise.
Well, nothing too serious, I hope. Keep safe.
No, I'm all COVIDed out. I've had my 2 jabs, so I think I'm immune.
Yeah, let's hope so. Jason, look, let's start on tonight's team and team news. You've clicked the link, which is great. That's what we want. What did you want to talk about? What's your big talking point tonight for you?
Well, for me, it's one of those games where we always seem to be a bit nervous about, because West Ham have always been a bit of a bogey team for us, haven't they? I think I'm right in saying, have we not beat them in the last 3 or something? I think it is.
There's certainly goals involved in those games, Jason.
Yeah, there's been goals, but we've always been on the wrong end, especially against West Ham. I mean, I think that their usual threats are going to be going forward with Antonio. He's going to be the main man for them. I think if we keep him quiet, I think we'll have a chance tonight. But I'll be happy with the point.
Are they, Jason,
delirious for the win? But
yeah, do you think they're a bit weaker this year without Lingard in there?
I'm not too sure. I mean, although he was good for them while he was there, I don't think they're going to miss him too much. They've still got Rice in there, who's a quality midfielder. They have got some good players all over the park, but I think, as I said, the main threat for them will be going forward with Antonio. And if our defence are on our game tonight, we'll keep him quiet. And I think that their goals will dry up if he's out of the game. They don't score. I'm chomping at the bit to see Daka get going as well.
Yeah, well, that's good. I was just about to mention Daka. Quite a few fans are looking forward to seeing him. I was pleasantly surprised. I shouldn't really be surprised, but I was pleased to see Jamie Vardy have a more than decent game against Wolves. Maybe having Daka on the bench has given Jamie Vardy a bit of a put him on his toes.
He seemed to be a bit hungry against Wolves, didn't he? And he was well up for it. So you could be right. I mean, bringing Daka in has given him that bit more of a impetus to keep his place. But even that, I'd love to see the two of them play up the top of the park. I know Vardy and Iheanacho of late have formed a bit of a partnership together, but I would love to see maybe Daka and Vardy as a pair.
I think that could be the future, to be fair with you. Well, I don't know, Daka. I don't know if Daka and Vardy are too similar, Jason. I was thinking more Daka and Iheanacho being more like the future, longer term. Surely Daka and Vardy are too much the same player.
Well, I mean, there's pace to burn between the pair of them, haven't they, really? Even though Vardy's touching on 34, 35 now, he's still rapid for his age. But yeah, I think Daka's he's gonna hit the ground running when he gets his chance.
Yeah, indeed. Jason, just before I let you go, we're asking everybody to join in the competition where you can win. I'm going to get you to enter both. Here's the Peter's Pizzas one. We want you to predict the first goal scorer and the correct final score. Go for it, Jason.
Right. Well, I know I said about keeping him quiet, but I think West Ham will score first with Antonio. The final score, I think, will be 2-2.
2-2. Fair enough. That's for the pizza now. Do you want to win some pies? We want to know what time will the last goal be scored? What minute?
The last goal. I'll go 75. 75th minute.
75th minute. All right, we heard it here. Yep. Thanks, Jason, for joining us. We'll let you go.
Cheers.
The ginger postie, off he goes. See you later. I'm going to see you, mate. Now, listen, Sean is waiting. Sean is going to come in, but I've got Reedy first, who is in the ground. Reedy, let's see what your signal's like. He's in the ground. He's one of Leicester Fan TV. You can see him every Friday night at 7:30. Reedy, I'm not sure I can hear you, but I can't see you.
It's good, I think.
Bringing us the Fan's eye view,
You
but
know
it's just... Yeah, go for it, Reedy. Talk us through what your take is on the game.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Go for it.
Yes. What did you ask? Sorry.
What's your take on the game tonight, Reedy?
I think we can do it. I said on my show that we need to be winning this sort of game if we want to be getting top four. So I have said a 2-1 win. I thought maybe we'd take a draw like you said on my show, but we need to be getting a win here if we want to be getting the top four position. Like I said, we lost for these last year both times, and that probably cost us top four. Obviously, there was many games that cost us it, but obviously, even if we won one of these games against these, we probably would have got top four. So we've got to be winning tonight. And I think with the lineup we've got out, obviously Vestergaard not being in's a bit of an issue, but other than that, I think we're good to go, and I think we can beat these.
What's your take on obviously the centre back situation, Reedy, and no Benkovic even on the subs bench?
Obviously, I think we spoke about on Jamie's show. Obviously, with Benkovic being out, I think he might have been dropped from the 25 squad. Probably not the best idea because we've lost out on defenders, but I say I back Amarty. We've played well with him the last few games. Yes, he's had a few iffy moments, but we can win with him, and I think we've got to back him and be confident with him because we've not got anyone else really now, especially with Vestergaard being out. So we've got to believe in him, and I think Sunchu and Amarty together will be a good partnership soon, and hopefully for most of the season, because obviously we're out defenders for most of the season now. So.
Reedy, before I let you go, if you can still hear me, we're going to let you go because it's not the best signal. Can you just try and show us the Leicester fans who are there? Turn your camera around, show everybody. Or just hold your camera up, mate. Fantastic. I'm going to let Reedy go. I'm going to let him go because that was a bad signal, bless him. But absolutely brilliant to have Reedy there. Michael has joined us. Sean, bear with. I'm going to get you in, Sean. But here's Michael all the way from Seattle in US of A.
Cheers.
How are you, Michael?
Doing well. I get to watch a game at home today. I'm awesome instead of on the computer at work. So,
so you can kick back and relax. What is it there, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
It's almost noon.
Almost
about noon on the West Coast here, yeah.
At some point, I will learn my time delays around the world. But yeah, are you having a nice day watching it then today, Michael?
Yeah, I've just finished my breakfast and
cakes and eggs.
And got an IPA, and I'm ready to watch us get 3 points against West Ham. I'm excited. This picture right here is from my first visit to Leicester. We lost to West Ham, and I got a picture with Hamza. Keep him in the squad. Keep him on the team. Don't loan him out.
Yep. Michael, I'm with you again. I know what people are saying, loan him out. I think his time is at Leicester now. I think he's played enough Premier League matches. He's been around the squad long enough. He's actually more experienced than some of the younger lads, Luke Thomas and that sort in there. He needs a break. It's tough for Hamza in a way because his mentor, his person above him, is Wilfred Ndidi.
Exactly. He's in a tough spot, but he's one of our own, Loughborough boy. And Brendan loves him. You can tell when Brendan doesn't like a player because then the player doesn't get in the squad, a.k.a. Damari Gray. And today we're talking about Benkovic. Obviously, Brendan just doesn't like him in training. I mean, he doesn't rate him at all. Even if he did at Celtic, he's not good enough for our team. So we'll put Amarty out there and Soyuncu, and they'll do a job today. I have confidence in them.
Well, Reedy was just saying there that he doesn't even think Benkovic has made the first team 25, which I'm just very, very quickly looking on the actual official website, and Benkovic is there. He's on the website at number 34. So I'm not sure if he's made the 25 or not yet, but I agree with you. Brendan clearly doesn't rate him, Michael.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, in Brendan, we trust. I mean, 2 back-to-back seasons, 5th place finishes. It's all we could ask for. And so I'm not going to question his motives or, what's going on in the squad right now. As long as we're getting 3 points on the board, that's for sure.
Yeah, indeed. And we've talked about Hamza there, who like we say, I think a lot, Michael, was saying loan him for experience, if I'm honest. We were perhaps being a bit naughty by saying only 7% want to keep him. I think 60% wanted to loan him out for his benefit and growth as experience. Somebody else who picks up quite a bit of backlash is Perez. What is your take on Perez?
I love Perez. I love, when he gets the ball, he's confident. He wants to take players on. Maybe sometimes he doesn't look for the pass that everybody wants him to see, but he gets back on defense. And again, Brendan rates him, obviously, because he's always in the squad. When the fans want, some other player in Perez's spot, when it comes to team news comes out, it's Perez. So, obviously Brendan likes the work he puts in, and we're winning. So, let's back Perez.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Michael, because I think when we've been looking at other wingers around Europe in particular, and we could see what happened with Under last season, very good going forward.
Perfect example.
Not very good at coming back. And obviously Riyad Mahrez used to suffer from this, but Riyad Mahrez is an amazing player. I just think Perez, where he ticks the biggest box is
he gets back.
He does get back. He does work hard. He's a team player. And I think that counts for a lot in the Leicester side.
In regards to Under, Brendan said as much in a press conference once. Like he just doesn't get back on defense. We have to work with him more. And it just never happened for him. Never worked for him in the squad. Brendan needs a certain type of player in the squad. With our budget, you have to work a certain way to make this team. Because we're fighting for European places here. And I'm watching the boys warm up. Harvey's out there looking good. Yeah. I'm excited for the game today. I'm excited for our players, for our team this season going forward. Our frontline players. I know there's a lot of questions at the back, but if we can start to score goals, then we can have a soft back for a little bit till everybody gets healthy.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Fee says, Michael, long time no see. And then Nick goes on to say, Michael should do a watch along, which is interesting because, Michael, what have I asked you?
Yeah, today would have been a perfect one because I can sit here and watch the game, but during
Next
the weekend,
time.
I have a new job during the week. So during the week, European games, if you guys are, traveling about, I can do the watch along.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. We have asked him, and
Cheers.
Hopefully he's going to do it for us. We'll see you later, Michael.
All right, cheers. Wait,
cheers.
Prediction 2-0. Vardy Nacho.
Thank you for that, Michael. He gets his score prediction in. Enjoy your kegs. Enjoy your eggs, which you've already had. We'll see you later. Cheers, Michael. I'll let Michael go. Don't forget, keep getting your comments in. I'm going to get Sean on next, and then Tom and Jono are going to be taking over to do the watch along. We are live all the way pre-match, through the match, half-time, second half, and full-time. Now, listen, I've seen a few comments on here tonight. I think it's people on YouTube. Somebody said they're trying to have a bet to see how many dislikes they can put on our video. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's somebody messing around. But listen, if you're watching this and you enjoy what we're doing at Leicester Fan TV, then do us a favour. Whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, do me a favour now before I add Sean on, and while I'm talking to him, please, let's unbeat these dislikes that are going on. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a thumbs up, whatever it is you want to do. Subscribe to us on Leicester Fan TV. If you're watching now, do us a favour. Don't let these idiots dislike it. We're trying to grow the channel. So thank you very much if you have given us a like. I appreciate that. I can see some going in now. So thanks for doing that. Time you've all been waiting for. Let's add Sean in. Mr. Positivity. We tried to get him on just before we do the watch-alongs because he is always full of Leicester City. Sean, good evening.
Come on, Leicester.
I told them that you're always full of it, Sean. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah.
Sean, what's your thoughts on tonight's team news? Who's going to be good for us?
I think whereas if he gets a bit if he was woken in, I think we must Goosebiol.
Dewsbury Hall. I know you're a big fan of Dewsbury Hall. I really enjoyed what I've seen of Dewsbury Hall. He's on the fringes, obviously. He's on the subs bench. Madison's going to be first choice, Sean, and Dewsbury Hall is going to come on. But I agree with you, especially the Community Shield. Dewsbury Hall was played ever so well. So you'd like to see a bit of Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Do you think there's going to be some goals tonight, Sean?
I think it might be 5-0. But my uncle Yeah, my uncle, he
Yeah.
said to me, well, he said, he said, Leicester might lose, but he thinks it might be 2-2. I think.
2-2.
Yeah.
Jamie from the Foxes Arms has said 2-2. It wouldn't be the worst result, Sean. If you offered me a draw now, I'd probably take it because I think West Ham is going to be a tough game. A tough game. Before I let you go, Sean, because Tom and Jono are joining us now. They're waiting to come in.
Yeah.
I want the biggest ever come on Leicester for us, Sean, to get us all going.
Come on, Leicester. Come on. It will be in top 1 next season.
Good lad. If that doesn't get you going, I don't know what does. Sean, we'll see you at the next one. See you later.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Absolutely brilliant to get Sean on. We always need a bit of Sean positivity in there for that. Get your views in. Come on, Leicester. Says, come on, Leicester. That feels like the 70th minute when it's 0-0 at the King Power. Come on, Leicester. I've done that many a time. Kieran is going for West Ham 3, Leicester 2. Kieran, well, maybe he's a Leicester fan. I'm not sure. Elijah says, how about a North American watch along? Michael just saying, Elijah, you've done it once. I've asked Michael. Elijah, hopefully we'll get on, is out in Toronto in Canada, if my memory is right. He also goes on to say, that's what I like about Perez. You can never deny that he puts in a shift, even if he's off his game. Dorco says, sounds like Albrighton. Why is he ignored? I think he's, comparing some of the things there, which is interesting in there. We are going on a European tour. On YouTube says, good luck, Leicester, for today and the rest of the season, with a few hammers on the end there. Keep getting your comments in. As I say, I'm going to add in Tom now when he gives me the thumbs up. If he's there's the thumbs up. Here he comes. Tom, good evening.
Good evening, mate. How are you?
I'm very, very good. So far, Tom, we have had Steve Walsh on. We've had Sean from the Foxes Arms with Jamie and Alfie. We've had Gray on and Jake from the match, Reedy from the match, Jack from the match. Other Sean. Oh, blimey, it's been busy, but it starts to get good now because we've got you.
Look, don't start that, Phil. Come off it. You've had a legend in Steve Walsh. Come on.
Oh, I thought you meant a legend as in Jamie from the Foxes.
Well, no, he's the famous Aftermath show, remember, as I call him. Now, look, it's a really good game tonight. Absolutely gutted that we've lost another defender today. As I put that picture on Twitter, don't start with me, as Casper said in that video. I was annoyed and frustrated. But look, Dalamarty will do another job. We know that he can be a bit reckless at times, but he also makes elastic tackles. So, look, tough game tonight. West Ham, I know Mugs, and we all know they're going to be pushing up the top of the league with us this season. So, happy with the team. You don't change a winning team. Perez, he might not be everyone's cup of tea, but his work rate, phenomenal going backwards against a team with, the pace of West Ham have got in there. We need all the pace we can try and help at the back tonight. So, look, I think someone put it on Twitter and summed it up nicely. Our best form tonight is to attack than to try and defend. We've just got to attack. Every time we get the ball is attack. If we try and sit back and defend, I think we might be in trouble tonight, sadly. But look, we know Leicester, and we'll go and give it a good game tonight. I have a good feeling about tonight. And different for West Ham this season, having fans back in the ground. And we all know West Ham fans are fickle bunch who will turn very quickly. If Leicester can get that early goal, it won't be a nice atmosphere for the West Ham fan players.
You're right, Tom. I think the last time I went to West Ham, which was, I think, probably 3 seasons ago now, I lost track of time with everything that's gone on. But Leicester went 2-0 up, and then and the fans were absolutely stunned at the London Stadium. And it was really quiet until we scored, and then it was even quieter, if that was possible. It was a very, very strange atmosphere. But then when they scored to make it back to 2-1, 2-2, it was one of those we won 3-2 games. When they scored, they can make some noise, but it's a very, very strange ground, Tom.
I'm going to go back further than that, Phil. So I haven't been to the new ground yet, but I went when Darren Eady scored the 1-0 win. That was 2000.
A few years ago, yeah.
2000 that was in. And I also went there the season Okazaki scored. and we won 2-1 the Premier League season. So I've seen some nice wins there at the old Upton Park. I've also seen us get hammered there. But yeah, look, it's West Ham fans on their day can be phenomenal, but like I said, they can turn. So an early goal tonight could be crucial in this game for me. And I just got a feeling Vardy's going to want to go pop some bubbles. I just hope he's got a lovely celebration if he does score tonight. It'd be nice to see him go up like that, pop.
Maybe that's what I'll do. Tom, listen, before I hand over, I want your predictions again. We've got the competitions. I want to know first goal scorer and correct final score, and then you can win some pizza, Tom.
I don't need pizza. I'm fat enough at the moment. I'm going to go, I think, as I can't remember what I said in the prediction show the other night now. That was a long time ago for me. I think I said 2-0 and Vardy to score first. I'm going for. I think Vardy being around there. I've got a feeling Daka's going to score tonight. I really do. I think we can get 1-0 up and then change it with about 20 minutes to go if we're defending for our lives and bring on someone like Daka just to, counter-attack at times. It's going to be a close game tonight as Kasper Schmeichel walks out with the teams.
I'm going to hand over to you then, Tom. Listen, let's add in Jono, your co-host for tonight.
Oh, hang on, the bubbles have started. There we go. 2 bubbles at West Ham. There we go. Oh, sorry, that's the dial. That's what they're doing to it.
That's very good, Tom. I didn't know you were going to do that. Well done. Well done. Listen, thanks everybody for watching the pre-match show. Don't forget, we are carrying on. We are live all the way through. Tom and Jono are going to talk you through the full first half. Don't listen to Sky or any other things. Watch it on telly, but listen to Tom and Jono. Look, who else brings you bubbles like that?
It's like being at the game, eh? What more do you want? Proper full bubbles.
For those of us who can't be at the game, enjoy the watch along. Have it on your lap. Just before I let you go, don't forget, get your comments in, get your predictions in. Keep your comments coming in all through the watch along. Tom and John will react to them. Give us that like, give us that share, and most of all, enjoy the match. I'll be back at half time and at full time. So over to you, Tom.
Good evening. Once again, welcome to Leicester Fan TV for another live watch along on a Monday night at 4 minutes to 8 as the players are out on the pitch. Where's Jono gone? There we go. Let's bring him in. There we go. Watch one live. As Phil disappears, gives us a cheeky wave in the background, and he's off to find his armchair, get his pipe and slippers on, and chill out for a couple of hours, I suppose, eh?
Yep.
2-2. Phil's just giving me the sign, I think, in the background there. Look, tough game today, Jono. West Ham, I'm just looking at that. Bowen, Barami, Fornells and Antonio, that's a hell of an attacking lineup for them. And we all know that Antonio can give most teams a run around. He's not an orthodox striker. There's nothing orthodox about Antonio. He's a big, bustly character up front who somehow just strikes balls and they always end up in the net. They're never clean strikes. He's a very, very unorthodox striker. I mean, what's your thoughts on him tonight? If Daniel Martin signed you line up against him?
Well, they proved themselves last game against Wolves. They put the bodies on the line and defended everything. Yes, we might have got ability sometimes, but no, they were immense. Antonio is a striker like Traore, but can actually finish. He's a tank. He just runs at defenders, and anything he just hits turns to gold and he scores. So Amartey and Sunchik got their on their game today to make sure they don't let them pass. But no, it'd be a very tough game, but I feel that we can get a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's never an easy place to go. We've had some good results over the year. I mean, last year was disappointing. I'm not going to lie, it was a disappointing result to go 3-0 down in the manner we did as well. And then finally up the game in the last 20 minutes and get back to 3-2. And, well, I remember the Fafana header literally went wide of the post by literally a foot. What could have got us a point, and that point would have got us guaranteed Champions League football last season. It's those fine margins to get into that top four. As Leicester will play in their mint kit. Jono is showing us the mint kit tonight, Leicester in that tonight. First proper game in the mint kit, and they will focus, as always, Jamie Vardy with his slick haircut tonight. He's looking very slick tonight, Jamie Vardy, for this game. I think he'd be up for this. We all know he likes a goal against West Ham. He's got a good record against West Ham over the years, as they still keep playing the bubbles.
He's got a good record against all the West Ham and Leicester and Everton, Aston Villa starting to come into the pitch of being a top club. So Jamie Vardy has a habit of scoring against the big clubs. So hopefully he continues that through to this game. But Jamie Vardy looks as good as he's ever done. Last season was a bit off, especially towards the end of last season. But this season, his last game pre-season, he's looked immense, hasn't he? He looks back to his old self.
I never think he recovered from the
hernia,
injury, the hernia up. I'd never thought we saw the Jamie Vardy. Maybe in the Tottenham game he started to get there. I just didn't think he fully recovered. I think we rushed him back. I think we rushed a lot of players back last season, and the amount of games in the short period of time between September and May with all the cups and Europe took its toll on the whole of the squad last year. This year, Jamie Vardy in pre-season is a different Jamie Vardy. He looks sharper. He looks like he's got that yard of pace back as they take the knee, and everyone's applauding. What's nice to see, what should be happening in these minutes. Leicester returned them around, by the way. Normally West Ham like to kick towards their fans in the first half. But Leicester returned the second half. Leicester turned around, so Leicester will kick from left to right, attacking the Leicester City end where their away fans are in that corner. And we are live and underway. West Ham 0, Leicester City 0. 14 seconds gone. What did you make of the lineup today, then, mate? Were you happy seeing the same team, or is it a bit of mixture and match?
I'm happy we see the same team because we need. Last season I think it was a bit off because every game was sort of different because of all the injuries and stuff. I think Brendan wants to keep a consistent first 11. Obviously, when Justin's back and when Fofana's back and Evans is back, it might change a bit then. But for now, this is our strongest 11, and I think it's a really strong team. Like everyone knows, I don't rate Perez as highly as other people do, but no one can deny his work rate. He's phenomenal, and we need that today. We need everyone to run their socks off against a strong West Ham team.
Edge of the box, Barnes to the box, pulls it back, cleared away. Still in the area, Tillemans challenge, heads up, comes to the edge area. Welford in, he steps in and wins it back. Barnes on the left-hand side, whips one in. Ooh, over the top of Vardy's head of the way. Good start by Leicester there. Nice little slide ball down the side, and Barnes cuts it back just straight into the West Ham player. Unlucky there. Good start for Leicester City.
Now, as you said in the warm-up, Tom, we need to start off strong. We can't let them have the ball and get into this game. We need to be on them from minute 1 to the minute 90. We can't let them get this game and pressure us, because against Wolves, we've got a bit lucky with Troy missing some sitters, but we won't get lucky against Antonio. No chance.
Antonio coming through the middle to Luke Thomas, gave the ball away, tries to find Bruni and makes a mess of it, and Bruni ran away from the ball there. But that was really poor from Leicester in my view. Luke Thomas cheaply gives the ball away. One ball round the corner. Antonio attacks, goes past Science way too easily. Tried to find Barami, couldn't find him. And Leicester get away with one there. Poor ball by Luke Thomas. Got to settle down there, kid. Very poor. One ball around the corner. West Ham are attacking our back line. And Antonio's going to love that running at the back four. We all know that.
Yeah, he's gonna be at us. Every Sunchu and Amati are continue to they make mistakes quite often. And this game they can't make mistakes because a quality team like West Ham won't let them go miss. They'll punish us if we make silly mistakes.
Blackpool says, evening chaps, hope you're both well. Yes, all good, thank you, mate. All good.
I'm on 1 minute 27. So on what minute are you on?
2 minutes 38, mate. Because I've got the skybox in the shed, mate. That's the thing. I'm straight into the game through that, bud. Ball down the line from West Ham, straight into the head of Sainchu, heads it away. Vardy picks the ball up, plays it to Maddison. Maddison gets caught, free kick to Leicester. Doesn't want to play on. Barnes stops it. Referee's playing the advantage, though. See, Leicester should have played there. Barnes picked the ball up and then just stopped and looked at the referee, thinking he was going to get the free kick. Ball down the line. Yeah, see, got to switch on there, boys. Like Mark Oliver said, you had the ball. You had no one around you. He's not going to blow the whistle there.
No.
It's pronounced. Thank you, Nick. It's pronounced Ben Rama. There we go. Ball on the back. Amati pulls it to the centre circle to Ricardo. Back to Amati. He comes with the ball. Take your time there, kid. Last week you gave away too many times in the area. Tillemans picks it up. Looks for the ball down the line. Finds Ricardo. Ricardo into Pereira. Finds his man. Luckily, he gets the ball back.
Bit of a sloppy start, innit? Bit of a sloppy start.
We had a nice 30 seconds at the beginning, and then one ball round the corner, and we looked a bit shaky with it since then.
My Sky Sports are so far behind. I've just seen the Maddison tackle.
Hi, Carmel. Hope you're okay, Dan. Take care. Hope your dad's doing well as well. I was lucky enough to see him play back at the old days at Filbert Street. Gary Parker. What a player he was. Let's just play him with the ball at the back. Schmeichel inside you back to Schmeichel, back side you back to Daniel Amate.
Do you think Brendan set us up for a counter attack or hold the ball and play away from the back, or what do you think his tactics will be against this West Ham team?
I think he knows that we can move the ball quick enough. We can move West Ham out of position. I mean, they're strong in the middle of the park with Souček and Rice. We all know that. So you've got to try and break through that line quickly. If you break through that line quickly, I feel there is a weak spot of that back line. It's not the quickest. It's not the most mobile and reliable back four with Dawson in there. Dawson can make mistakes. We all know that. Bonner's another one who can have games where he's absolutely superb, but he can make a mistake at the back line. It's one of those for me. It's get the ball and play through the lines as quick as you can, but not being silly. Don't Rice has just walked through our defence trying to flick around the corner. Shot! Owen caught by Schmeichel.
But we're lucky that we've got, as you said, like their defence can, they're not the young fellows.
It's 5 minutes 40 now, mate. I'm on.
But we've got players that can, last season we struggled with the bench because we didn't really any like players that can come make a difference. But with this season, we've got Daka, we've got Samare, we've got Albrighton, we've got players who can come on and make a difference. Iheanacho, we've got players who can come on to be the difference. So if Brendan plays his cards right, we can play him to the ground and then bring on players who you can't keep up. So maybe that's a tactic he might go with as well towards the second half.
I mean, that's the difference now, mate. For me, the bench is, bar defensively, I still think we're very short now. I mean, like you say, someone just put on here, hopefully. Thank you, Fee. Good to have the new season back with Leicester Fan TV crew. We all know about the team. This one, Sawahan left the club today, reportedly, to go to Club Brugge. I mean, I thought he looked all right in pre-season. I didn't see enough for him to say, oh, yeah, he's absolute brilliant. But it's one of those... At the moment in time, the club need to recoup some money to probably sign some more players. Excuse me. And at the 9 mil they're talking about, plus that, or 9 million euros, plus the add-ons, I think it's a good bit of business by the club for a young man who's not really played any minutes in the Premier League or in the Championship. He played last season on loan Le Havre in the same league as Club Brugge, so they know what they're getting. I just think it's a bit of good business by the club to sell a young lad. Hopefully, I reckon there'll be a buy clause. West Ham have got a player down. Ricardo jumped into Cresswell. Didn't think he did anything bad there. He went for the ball, but I think he's caught Cresswell in the ribs, if I'm honest here. Could have just winded him. But yeah, I think it's a good bit of business. What's your thoughts on the young lad leaving the football club and freeing some funds up?
Yeah, I agree. Our midfield now is very, very competitive. We've got a lot of players who are competing for those positions, and I don't think he would get a look in. So it was the same as sort of Demarai Gray, really. Like, give him a chance to go somewhere else and prove himself, really. So that 9 million can be so handy in January if you need another centre back. So very good bit of business, good on him. I think you could do it well in Club Brugge, and they're in the Champions League, so Champions League football for him.
No, I honestly feel with the centre back situation, depending how bad Vestergaard is out for, they might have to go and get another one. I mean, I actually felt at the time, once Vestergaard is signed, I think everyone talked about another centre half. I think their main position they were looking at was right wing. I really do feel that now. But depending on how long Vestergaard's out for, they might have to go and sign another central defender. Not that they want to sign a central defender, but they might not have any option because at the moment that only leaves them with Amate, Sancho and Benkovic, where beforehand with having Yannick Vestergaard coming in, you felt that you had 4 there, plus Johnny Evans due back after the international break. We're talking about, the word is from Brendan. You felt comfortable, but now if we only get another injury tonight, you're literally down to 2 centre halves. You only need one to get a red card. You're down to no centre halves going in, after tonight's game. So it's a tricky situation. Hopefully that Vestergaard isn't a long term, and they feel that they can cope with the 3 at the moment?
Well, we know from last season that if worse comes to worse, if we need a centre half for one or 2 games, indeed you can go in the centre half position, and Sumari could be the CDM. So we've got that ability now to mix and match the formation of the players. But no, we need more play. Luckily, it's not the part of the season where we've got so many games, just like twice, 3 times a week yet. So we've got time to get a player in or bring players back to fitness. But no, it's not good with now Vestergaard's injured. That's the problem with buying the sort of older players. They're more injury prone.
Ooh, free kick to Leicester. Tillemans gets away from his man and goes down. Anthony says, Anati's side passing is killing us. They are so slow bringing it out. West Ham are just looking for the wrong pass to Ricky P to jump in. Yeah, I understand that. And that's probably Ricky P's weakness at times. He does like to go in and win in the ball early. It means he can get caught out and people can get in behind him if they turn.
So the possession stat, we're quite, doing well in possession. That's what we need to do. We can't let West Ham get into the game, but maybe that's what West Ham tactic is. Maybe they're like, Leicester can get the ball, but just let them do anything with it.
I'm on the 10th minute, mate. I'm watching on my Skybox, so I'm straight up to date with this. Evening, mate. Hope you're okay. Good luck, Damari. Good vibes. Yeah, look, mate. My biggest thing last year, everyone was saying I isolated Damari too much. No, I just felt there was a talented player there. Didn't show enough to what he could do, and when he did get a chance, he never turned up. Edge of the box, Maddison goes back to Barnes, finds Thomas, back to Maddison on the left-hand flank. Cuts inside, tries to find Barnes, Leicester lose the ball again. Giving the ball away too much.
It's that final bit. We work well with the ball to get to the edge of the box, but then it just falls apart.
Well played. Tillemans steps in and puts her header out. But again, Leicester trying this ticky-tacky football around the box, and West Ham are just happily blocking every single pass off at the moment. Yeah, like I was saying, look, Damari, great for me. He's got the world at his feet. He's got great skill. He's got great ability. The problem he had with Leicester is he wasn't consistent enough, and he gave the ball away, or he always tried to cut inside and have that long-range shot. I think you've seen at Everton, Rafa won't stand for that rubbish all the time. And if you look at the games I've seen so far under Rafa Benitez for Damari Gray, he's told him to get out wide, take 1-2 little tricks and get the ball in the box. He's doing that, and Calvert-Lewin will thrive from that week in, week out. Look, Damari Gray, good luck. He's an English player. I want him to do well. I would love him to play for England and rip up England as well, mate, because there is a talented man. Maddison skips past one, down the left-hand channel, tries to cut inside, goes down, never a free kick in a million years, looks at the referee. Get up, Maddison. That was awful, mate. You didn't need to fall down there. Probably got a bit of contact, made him go down. Oh, West Ham tried to go across. Little deflection, nearly fell to Vardy, and West Ham were panicking there with Vardy trying to close down. West Ham have it at left back, clear up the line. And Diddy steps in, wins the ball back, plays it to Perez. What? And the referee then gives a free kick. Oh, my God. Behave yourself. 4-0 goes down. I mean, I thought, and did he win the ball there? Let's have a look. Ball played to Obona. Can't tell now who got the ball on there. And did he say he did, but the referee's saying no. Phil says decent start. Yeah, we're doing okay. We got a little bit shaky after 5 minutes where we looked a bit nervous at the back with Tony running. Long ball over the top. Again, West Ham looking for that early switch. But yeah, it was all... Come on, mate, go for it.
I was going to say, our new kit looks good, and seeing it in the Premier League, it looks smart.
It does look smart, mate. West Ham on the ball on the right hand side. Kufal swings it in, cleared by Ricardo. The edge of the area, falls to Rice, shoots, and it's 3 points. It goes over the crossbar.
If we say 3 points, I'm like, don't say that already.
Tom, give our competition on Jamie's show Sunday a plug. £50 up for grab for even drinks at the Fox's Arms or Club Shop vouchers donated by me. Well, there we go. There's the competition. Have a look at it. It was on Jamie's show on Sunday, the famous Aftermath show. I always say it's famous, just a big Jamie, but hey, he doesn't need it, but he gets it. Good evening, Dave. Hope you're okay, and Ireland is sunny and beautiful as always. Phil says decent start. I don't think it's been bad, but
Well, we conceded early. That's the main thing. We don't want to be in the back foot chasing the game and then make them control it. So as long as we concede early, that's one of our weaknesses from last season. We always conceded in the first 10 minutes.
Exactly, and we scored goals in the second half last season was a massive call for Leicester. In the 70th minute mark, from 75 to 90 minutes, we had a massive goal scoring record, second behind Man U. Barnes, edge of the area, steps over one, steps over two, goes in the box, cleared. Luke Thomas, left back, takes a touch, cuts inside his man, kicks the ball, goes down, no free kick given. Fornells plays it off and Diddy. Bowen plays it back, ball up the line, finds Antonio, plays a little 1-2 around the corner to Bowen. Bowen switches it across the ball, lovely 60-yard pass, finds Cresswell up to the halfway line. West Ham come, finds Rice. Rice cuts inside his man, plays it in centre. Antonio around the corner. Leicester just step in. Well played, Daniel Amati steps in, wins the ball back. Casper clears. Tillemans, great pass by Casper to get the ball rolling. Finds Ricardo down the right hand side, but Leicester have to come back. Too many bodies on this side of the pitch. Leicester will just go back to the into the 18-yard box and start again. Nick says West Ham are the only team to do the double over last season. Yes, they were, mate. And beyond both games, fully deserved to do the double overs. The game at the King Power was probably the worst I'd seen us playing a good 4 or 5 years at the King Power. I mean, it was appalling, mate. That was, for me, some of the defending was part football defending, Sunday morning stuff. One long ball over the top in the ring. Antonio shrugs off and Diddy. Goes to the 18-yard line, keeps running, has a shot, and it goes wide of the post.
Antonio is so dangerous. We can't let him have this sort of space.
Well, like you say, he picked the ball up. As a Bon again plays up the line to Antonio. He holds it up nicely, barges off and Diddy, throws and Diddy away, mate. Oliver tells him to play on. Again, I think, like you say, we've got to remember the rules have changed a bit. It means poor shot there. But, the rules have changed now. The referees are going to let the niggle tackles go, I think, more. Typical Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was moaning last night about the referees not giving these tackles, and it's gone too far the other way now. I'm like to see the game flow. I always hate it when the niggling tackles are given. You're like, that's not a free kick, referee. It's a tiniest little touch of free kick. Now they're letting that go. And it's what it should be. Same with the penalty things, mate. If there's a tiniest bit of contact, you can't get a penalty for me, on the tiny bit of contact. No. The one yesterday was Saka at Arsenal when he went down, and the referee was straight away no penalty. But Gary Neville first look went, penalty, that's a penalty. I'm watching it back. He was like, yeah, I can understand now with the new rules. They're not going to give it. West Ham give the ball away. Barnes, pass the halfway line. Down the left-hand channel, going Vardy, but Vardy has to go backwards again. This is the problem with Leicester, getting the ball, but we're going backwards and not forwards. We're not pushing the ball quick enough. It gives West Ham plenty of time to set that back four up or back five. Biggest thing I said before the season started was, how does Leicester break teams down who sit with 5, 6, 8 players behind the ball? That's where fewest touches so far is Fabianski. That's not a good stat.
Well, that's Barnes
skips past one. Tillemans on the left-hand side. Back to Barnes. Into the area. Oh, he can't pull it back. It'll get kicked away by Rice. It'll go out for a throw to Leicester City. Lucky there by Barnes. He got into the box, but just couldn't find anyone in there to gate to. Lovely play by Vardy, looking for the 1-2 in and around the penalty area.
I think the reason why we're still only our Premier League winning seasons because we just made it simple. We just hoofed it up to Vardy, used his pace and scored. I think we're trying to overcomplicate it unnecessarily, especially now we've got Barnes on the left hand side. We've got 2 pacey players who we're not utilising.
Yeah, I totally agree with you to say, Jono. But when Brendan Rodgers came in, mate, and everyone moaned about Puel, this is what Puel played. Exactly the same kind of football. Everyone moaned at Puel for playing this. Get the ball, ticky-tacky, move the ball around. Oh, it's boring and going backwards. We haven't changed much from what Puel was doing. The difference is, last season before, we were more clinical on goal and we had better movement in and around the box. And the little 1-2s and stuff like that, the ball was being moved quicker. And the first thing Rodgers said, I ain't going to change much because I don't need to change much. What you needed to do was get in the lads, into the box, West Ham come, edge of the area. Antonio down the left-hand side. Good tackle. Ricardo goes out for a corner kick. The biggest thing I think Brendan saw was when he first came to the football club was we don't move the ball quick enough to play tippy-tappy football. There we go. I'll get it out. To play tippy-tappy football, you have to move the ball quickly to open up the space. You have to get yourselves into diamonds to play threes and triangles to move the ball around the park quicker. Now, when we do it, we can do it quite well and we look clever doing it. But it means you've got to break through the lines and through the final third very quickly at times. Against a team who's set up deep, like some teams do, we need to be a bit more clever and sometimes have a long-range shot. Ball whipped in from the corner, cleared by Ricardo, smallest man on the park, gets away. Maddison holds the ball up, loses the ball. Referee doesn't give a free kick. Maddison goes down again. Referee does give the free kick now.
I think that's one part of the game where Maddison...
And Fornell moans. And Fornell is moaning that he fell over. Come on, Fornell, you go down easy. I mean, yeah, he does touch him. He does take his ankle. But again, Maddison just goes down so easy. You do wonder why referees ain't giving him things.
I think that's Maddison. I think one of Maddison's games last season was get a free kick outside their box and try and win a free kick or win a set piece. You know, that's going to have to change because he has to develop his game now because the rules have changed.
What's this? Commentary doing my head in. Okay. Inibo, hope you're well. No, that's not for me. Who you talking to? Match stats so far. West Ham had 3 shots, 1 on target, 1 touching the penalty. Leicester have had no touching the penalty, no shots. The second fewest touch, by the way, was Vardy with 3 behind Lucas Fabianski. There you go. Leicester moving the ball. Get it wide. Go early. Too slow, the ball. Now we get it wide to Barnes. By that point, everyone's back. Thomas makes the overlap. Barnes looks for Maddison. Oh, can't find Perez. Comes back to Tillemans, edge of the area. Dunk. Rice. Ooh. Tillemans tries to chip over the top. Goes too hard. Ricardo made the running behind. Just checking, mate. Just checking. Oh, it was a lovely ball by Tillemans. He just overcooked it because he gets it right. But Ricardo made the ball in, but lovely diagonal running behind there, and he was away from his man. Leicester win the ball back. Yes, they do. Maddison finds Barnes on the left-hand side again. Cuts inside one. Bowden steps in and wins the ball back, but it goes to Maddison. He ain't got a runner. He's putting his hands out. Someone make a run. Vardy's put his out to say where. He's on the 18-yard line. You can't go in behind because you ain't going to chip it. And Antonio steps in, wins the ball. Maddison then wins the ball back. Tillemans down the right-hand side behind Ricardo. Ricardo keeps bombing on. Down the line to Perez in the box. Chips it up. Oh, straight into Fabianski's hands. Unlucky. Better play, Leicester. Where is Vestergaard? He got injured in training. If you hadn't heard, the new Vestergaard was injured in training on Friday by the sounds of it. Leicester win the ball back. And so Mardy has to play. Score prediction, I said 2-0 tonight. Vardy score first. What's yours, Jono?
2-1, Vardy to score 2.
Tom and Johnny, you're going to sing happy birthday to Sean. If he comes on, I will sing happy birthday to him. I agree on that.
And we'll play the bubble machine as well.
And we'll play the bubble sheets. That's only there if we score, though. I'm not going to do it if West Ham score. It was just a bit of a gag, really, tonight. Ball. Ooh! Perez tries to find Vardy behind. If he slides it through and he doesn't get on the end, Vardy's through on goal there. Tillemans switches it. Lovely ball. Finds Barnes and it's overcooked again. Come on, Barnes. You need to get on that touchline, Mike, because if you're on the line, Tillemans found you perfectly there. It's a lovely idea from Tillemans switching the play, but Barnes was just tucked in too far. Do you want to flake with that point?
Yes, it's a bit too much head on that one. But
what have I got in the fridge? Hold on, let me see what I've got in my fridge. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, this is one I made earlier. I'll have a cheeky one tonight. Solid.
I think Barnes could be a really good Premier League player, like one that's very sought after. It's just that final bit of knowledge that he needs to know where he needs to be, that final touch that will make him from a good player to a great player. He's not there yet, but he's so close to being there.
It's decision making, mate. I think the biggest one for me was Wolves last week. He got laid in, edge of the area, 7-8 yards out on his right foot. Yes, it's not, it's supposed to be his strong foot because he cuts in from the left onto the right and bends them and stuff. And then tried to cut back onto his left. I'm thinking, hold on a minute. What are you doing? Why are we cutting back inside there? And obviously then the Wolves player got the tackling, knew exactly what he was going to do. In theory, he's a great defender, knew what he was going to do. And for me there, right-footed in that position, just low and hard across the keeper. Vardy was in the box.
Yeah,
it's just one of those that for me, low and hard. And if you get it in the net, brilliant. If you're not, Sufal shoots, blocked by Ndidi. If you get it on target and the goalie saves it, fair play. But he might parry it out to Vardy, or it might go in, and that was game over then at 2-0. Wolves weren't going back, but 1-0. The game was very nervous to watch.
Yeah.
West Ham crossed it in towards the back post, headed away by Sainz, big header. Perez jumps up, out, jump there. Falls to Tillemans, turns, one touch, looks around the corner, finds Vardy. Great touch, Vardy. But he's got no support. Oh, Maddison, referee gets in the way there. The ball. Again, Vardy had to come all the way back to get the ball. Timely turn to go inside. There's 4 players around him.
You can tell Brandon looks frustrated, you know, and after the halfway line, we look a bit flop. We look a bit, you know, look sloppy. He's not happy with the way we're pressing up the pitch.
Finn's seen it nice. Maddison taking too long the ball to give West Ham time to get set in the low block. Exactly, mate.
I actually agree with. Also, you go.
I was going to say, FC31 says the game needs Nacho. Ball in behind down the left hand side. Clips up, shot. 1-0 West Ham. 4-0 scores. It's been coming in some ways the last 5 minutes. Poor by Leicester. Way open at the back, and they get punished. 25 minutes gone, and it's West Ham 1, Leicester City 0.
Do you think that's supposed to actually wake Leicester up now and force them to go up the pitch?
Well, you got to, mate. If you want something from this game now, you've got to come out and do something. And it's poor for me. There's too many runners there. Leicester haven't done that at all this game. Leicester played the ball out from the back. Sancho had the ball. He looks for the ball around the corner. Vardy, Vardy then gave the ball away. 1 pass. 2 pass down to the left-hand side. Crosses in. No one pots up 4-0. He has a free side foot into the bottom left-hand corner. It's just too easy for me. And Diddy needs to keep his run. And Diddy lets 4-0 run. He's looked at him, but he still lets him run. I mean, Vardy, you can blame a little bit for giving the ball away high up the pitch, but the back line was all over the place there for me, and we've been punished there. It's a lovely finish by 4-0. Can't take it away from him. But for me, and Diddy there is looking at his man. He then lets his man run away from him and doesn't do anything to stop him. So for me, and Diddy has to take some of the blame there. The back forward kept the line.
Yeah.
And obviously trying to pick up Antonio. But
why is Vardy making those sort of passes in midfield? Why is he up the pitch?
Again, Vardy's dropping it. And Leicester give the ball away again. And Diddy tries to play it through the lines. Can't find Madison Perez. Pardon me, Bonnie picks it up. 1 ball over the top again. Oh, Sunju steps in, luckily. And Leicester are all over the place. There's a free kick. Leicester pull on his shirt. Leicester City, got to wake up now. Ball inside. Oh, Perez, Madison
that was a good
ball
pass
away again.
That was just a good pass from Sunchu as well, back to Vardy.
That's exactly the difference, Finn. Look how fast they transition into a counter-attack compared to what we're doing. Definitely, mate. Spot on. Well done, mate. Great vision there to see that. Where the hell is Ricardo? Yuri shouldn't be playing at full-back there. No, totally agree. He's gone out of position. No, Vardy didn't want to chase back then, unlike him. Yeah, I mean, he's in the box still, but like I say, for me, and Diddy's watched his man run off him, and he's still not bothered. We'll play Ricardo, tries to step in, and Diddy wins the ball back. We'll play, turns the corner. But again, the first pass is backwards, Yuri. Turn away and go forward. We're not going to win this football match by playing backwards pass. And we're going to have to go all the way back to Casper now because the poor touch by Sunchu and start again.
Well, my score prediction's on.
What did you say, mate?
2-1 to Leicester. I knew they'll score, but I hope now Leicester actually wake up.
Oh, Diddy gives the ball away again in our half. Find West Ham nick the ball back. Find Barami. Barimi. Got him saying Panay now. 4-0 to Bowen. 4-0 again. Ball in behind. Chipped up to the back post. Head away behind Amate. Still kept in. 4-0 whips it in again. Sufar. Oh, headed wide of the post. Leicester City are living on borrowed time at the moment, trying to keep the ball out of the net. Ripped apart. Ball between the centre half and the left back. didn't pick up. And then no one runs out to the next. The second block, ball whipped in, and Thomas Suchek heads it wide. I mean, this is awful, Leicester. Passing has been sloppy so far. What do you think, Jono?
I reckon, defensively, we're okay. Defensive made any errors. It was Ndidi and Vardy who, caused the goal. They wasn't covering, Vardy's bad pass, and Ndidi's wasn't marking his man. Every time we get to midfield, it's just been so slow. I'm like, what? We've got Vardy, one of the fastest players in the Premier League. Why don't every defender is scared of him? Why are we playing tappy football, going backwards and sideways? When we just be going at them?
Just really poor. Have they scored two timed? I blame Perez.
You can't blame Perez. I haven't seen Perez this game. I haven't.
Ricardo down to right hand side, pulls it back to find Perez, edge of the box, into the box he goes, finds Ricardo. Oh, he's hit it into the side netting. Why did he not pass it across the box? But in theory, I'm going to be with some grout. He slips, mate. He did slip.
There's still an hour of football to play. There's plenty of time to get back into this game. I'm not panicking yet.
Dave Gavin, sorry, mate. I think he came just after the goal went in. Thank you very much, mate. As always, much appreciated. Thank you, Fee, for pointing it out. Oh, boys, this is painful. As we score for them, love my team, but they are so frustrating to watch. Yes, it is. It is frustrating today. Maddison missing yet again. Yes. I said it last week. I didn't think Maddison had a good game against Wolves, and I still don't think he's done much so far today.
I'm like Sean. I want to bring on Dewsbury Hall. He'll look more hungry. He'll look like he'll actually, try to make 4 passes and try to get the ball in. Maddison's looked poor.
Casper has to go long because he's getting closed down, and Leicester lose the ball again. Obona goes up the line, and Diddy steps in, but again it's over the top. There's nothing there. 2 centre halves versus Vardy. Vardy's not going to muck around. Leicester win the ball back and give it away again. Scienchu. Put your foot on the ball, lads. Poor back pass by Thomas, bobbles it towards Casper. We look so nervous at the moment.
Would you put that on? We haven't got any experience. We've got a young left back. We've got Ricardo's not experienced with other players. Scienchu doesn't look as good without an experienced player, and we've got Amate. We haven't got someone to boss him around.
Mate, I think they send it nicely. I like that one. With Bakary Simari on for Maddison to make Mark Antonio with his strength. It's one of the options. Mate, I said it all along. Johnny Evans is vital. He might have some sloppy games here and there, and he's getting on a bit, but he's the glue, as someone said. He's the glue that makes his team stick together. I love Scienchu, but again, can be rash. Daniel Amate, again, he's got the pace to recover, but he makes silly mistakes. Again, Leicester get lucky. Maddison find Perez. Goes Ricardo back to Perez. Leicester move the ball around, but again, it's side to side and backwards. There's no forward, and West Ham are just standing there, marking space.
We need half time to come already. We need to get back in the change room and change tactics, because the tactics we've gone into this game with are not working.
Leicester win the ball back. Ricardo goes to find Maddison. Perez. Oh, it's a lovely ball round the side to find Vardy. Just overhits it. Dave Gavin said, yes, John, Dribble is a player that gets that opportunity. He'll run it every day. Yes, he does, mate. He's a lovely player for Monsieur. And Diddy goes into Ricardo. Ricardo goes into Maddison. Maddison flicks it around the corner. Perez to the back post. And Vardy just can't get on the end of it. That's better from Leicester around the box, moving the ball quicker. But I'm mentioning there, for me, Perez probably should be pulling a shot on target for me there. Inside the 18-yard box, at least try and test the goalie. It's a nice idea, but I'm not sure why Perez is trying to find Vardy at the back post. Or it was a really poor shot. Explain why Perez didn't shoot. I can't, mate. I agree with you totally. Should be shooting there.
If he's a centre forward like he's proclaiming to be, why isn't he shooting? He's meant to be. If he's meant to be a striker, to take risks. You don't score if you don't shoot.
Exactly. And again, West Ham play the ball out nicely. Literally loving it. West Ham are playing the ball out fantastic. 4-4-2 diamond for me with Sumer in for Perez and Harvey and Vardy up top. Yeah, I mean, you got that, but you got Daka as well. I mean, look, I love Barnes, but he's still, recovering from his injury and he's not fully fit yet. I mean, for me, I'd like to see Daka and Vardy play together. I mean, there Antonio keeps the ball in so strong. Sancho then tries to keep the ball, let the ball out of play. Bowen then flicks it off him and wins the corner kick. What are we doing, boys, at the back? Seriously, we're just giving a cheap corner away by trying to let the ball run out. And West Ham have got 34 minutes play to still 1-up here and fully deserve the lead for me. Look the more threatening going forward, look like trying to cause a problem.
They're just sitting back and go, you can have all the possession you want. We know you can't do anything to us. If you get the ball, just counter and score. Like
Bowen whips it in. Oh, God, it goes wide. Dawson just gets his header off target. He jumped out, over jumped every Leicester player there, Dawson. It's a lovely ball in by Bowen.
The thing is, what's frustrating for me is that we can easily go into this game. They're not like dominating. It's not like we're sat back. This is a game we can get in, but this is just the passing is so negative.
It's just like you say, mate. It's like now side you to Amati. Amati then goes across the back line to Thomas. It's just and then back to Sancho.
Do you think this is a?
I think it's employed to try and pull them out, but the problem you get is West Ham aren't pulling out, and like there, Leicester then tried to play the ball through the middle of the park and nearly give the ball away, and then Leicester literally are now being hassled and harassed when they get the ball anywhere on the halfway line. There's a trigger there, go boom, get at them. And that's all they're doing. Soon as Leicester get past the halfway line, West Ham press. They're not pressing it in their Leicester half.
No.
They're letting Leicester have the ball. Look, up to the halfway line, pass it we want. Right, through. Antonio then steps in. As soon as he went past the halfway line into Tillemans, they were on him. They're not letting him. That's the first time they've actually pressed. Most touches this match was, let me look at that because that was quite an interesting stat there. Let's just see if Leicester get attack here. Of course not, went backward. So the most so far in this game, Sancho 69, Daniel Amati 54, Luke Thomas 35, Wilfred 32, Tillemans 28. That says it all, mate. We're having all these touches, but we're not doing anything with it.
No. Absolutely pointless.
And Diddy steps in, win the ball. Leicester get a chance to break. But again, it's so slow. Barnes gets 3 players around him, loses the ball in the Leicester half.
I think David has got it bang on. He's like, don't run after them in their box. We'll stay back. As soon as it hits the halfway line, then we pounce because then they can't do anything.
Leicester, West Ham are doing a Leicester. Yes, they are, Kevin. They are completely doing Leicester. But it's effortless, Tom. Yeah, there's no effort there. I don't see what. And again, we're going all the way back, and Antonio will cut a chase down. No option, but Casper will have to go along, and where he goes along the floor, finds Isaac Perez. Leicester lose the ball again. Perez keeps the ball. Not sure how, but he's still got the ball there. He's done well to keep it. And then he gives a shocking pass to Luke Thomas. What's behind him? Luke Thomas keeps it in. Sancho smashed it out because obviously the West Ham player is injured and they want to try and get him some treatment. Oh, boys, this is painful.
I think we just keep it 1-0. We don't look like we're scoring. Go into the second half, 1-0 down. Brendan needs to shout at them, change the tactics, and then come back second half completely different.
Perez could be in trouble here if it goes to VAR. Perez has stepped over the ball, straight onto the ankle of Fornells. I don't think there's any malicious in it, but
was it dangerous?
Was it dangerous? That's the only thing. I'm hoping not.
Was he the goal scorer?
It was Fornells, yeah. I don't think it's going to go VAR, but yeah, VAR checking this for serious foul play. Oh, I don't
think it was.
They're checking it, mate. This is exactly the same as Ryan Bertrand in the 9-0 defeat. Oh, I've got a feeling this is going to be a red card. Hold on a minute. Referee's going to go to the monitor to have a look. We're only going to mean one thing, that if the referee's going to the monitor, this is going to be a red card.
What? But how can it be? Because he was stumbling. How could he control where his feet
No,
are?
he's gone. You can't. He's gone over the ball. He's gone over the ball. He's missed it. He's missed the ball. He's gone over the top of the ball, and he's gone. That's not the angle you want to look at anyway, referee. That's the angle there. There we go. He's not. He's done. Red card, mate. Here we go. Yeah, it's coming out. Oh, and it gets worse for Leicester. Red card for Jose Perez. 39 minutes played. Oh. Oh, it gets worse. 39 minutes played, and Perez is now been red carded for a tackle. VAR gives it. I can't moan, mate, because it happened exactly the same as what Ryan Bertram got a red card, mate, in the 9-0 defeat. So I'm sorry, you can't moan. It's consistency what we're asking for. It's consistent what we're getting. We can't moan as Leicester fans. He's gone over the ball. He's stamped on his foot. Perez is not happy. But the best thing he could do now is get off the pitch. Leicester now got to try and find a way of getting back into his football game with 10 men.
But the reason why I'm frustrated is because he's stumbling forwards. How if he was stood up straight like
Totally agree, mate. But we all know the rules now. If you make contact with the ankle and miss the ball, then you're going to get a red card. For me, there he's got to let the ball go. You can't. The problem is he's jumped in at the player. As soon as you leave your foot leaves the ground and you jump in. But again, mate, you got to look at it. What is Kasper Schmeichel doing there, giving the ball into his feet? You know what I mean? Why is Kasper giving Perez the ball when he's got 2 men around him?
Well, I
agree, Rob. I totally agree. There's no intention there to damage him. I completely agree with that. The problem you got is now the rule states if you make contact with the ankle or step over the ball, what could endanger an opponent, the rule states it is a red card. It is. I completely agree. It is a load of bollocks now. The ruling is because he hasn't gone into hurt him at all. Completely again, and I agree with you there. It's probably ruined this game of football match now because West Ham will have the advantage. Leicester now just got to get through to half time somehow.
If Perez fell over there, that could have been a foul on Perez. That could have easily been a foul to Perez if he fell over.
If he falls over, I know what you're saying, mate, but they still would have looked at the VAR and given a red card because he made contact with the ankle. It doesn't matter if Perez have rolled around or not; he still would have got a red card.
I actually think this actually might get overturned after the game.
Good. Here we go. I agree with this one as well. Kasper should have smashed the ball at pitch there with 5 minutes to go half time. Why is he trying to play out for the back? Oh, ball in behind. It's too far and runs through to the goalkeeper. Oh, dearie me. Well, people got the way anyway. Perez will now be banned for 3 games. Straight red card. Not what Leicester needed. Not what anyone needed tonight. I've just joined what happened. Well, sloppy goal to give away, really. Didn't chase it down. Vardy got the ball and took off him, and they broke and scored. And then Perez has just been red carded. Straight red for VAR. Reviewed it. He went over the top. Referee went to the screen. Michael Onigo checked it and gave the red card.
I think it's. I disagree with the red card completely. If he wasn't stumbling and if went to his ankle, fair enough. But
I completely did. It's what's it called? The way the game's gone now, though, mate. Sadly, if you go over the ball, it's a red card. If you go over the ball and take someone out, it's a red card. So yeah, not the greatest what we needed. Why did we sign a winger when why did we sign winger when under loan expired? Because under was rubbish. He's absolutely rubbish, mate. Come off it. We all thought he was worth it. Oh, Tillerman's gives the ball away in the box. Antonio shoots, blocked. Madison and Diddy hoofs it, proper hoofs it up and away.
Tell you what, we'll be lucky to get a draw.
Oh, boys. Yeah, but wouldn't be the Leicester way to go out the second half and win a game of foot with 10 men, eh?
Well, second half, we've got brilliant players to bring on. We've got 3 brilliant players to bring on, and that could change the game. We could do what West Ham are doing. Let them have the ball and let them come to us, and we could just counter with Daka and Vardy.
He's got to change something, mate. Like you say, he's got to bring something on to help Vardy. I mean, Vardy's literally on his own up front. I agree. I think that's true. And fully West Ham want it more at the moment. They do want it more. I agree, mate. There was a foul on Perez as well before the incident, but the problem is the referee didn't give that foul. And soon as the ref doesn't give it, they won't look at it because it's not a card offence. Ball into the area, handball referee. You've got to give that referee. How are you not seeing the handball now? He gives a free kick. West Ham fan here, the red card was a little too harsh, in my opinion. He stumbled into him. Yeah, he did stumble, mate. And I agree, it is harsh. But sadly now, the letter of the law states if you make contact with the leg or ankle area with the straight studs, it doesn't matter what you've done. It's sadly a red card. The rule needs to change because it's an absolute joke. Finn, we are relying on the Ricardo attack threat a lot, but we can expect that now with him on the only player on the right-hand side. Exactly. Are they going to look at that? No, they can't look at that for a penalty. Behave.
What for?
Oh, they're not looking at a penalty on 4 now. No, he wins the ball there. Do you win the ball? Totally agree, mate. Tillemans ain't been in the game. Maddison hasn't been in the game. Oh dear, boys.
Are they looking for what Madison? What Madison penalty?
They were.
Madison?
No, they were looking at another penalty, and Diddy took out 4 nails in the box, but he didn't touch him. West Ham down the right side again. Thomas holds him up and fouls him. Silly foul, Thomas. He knows it as well. Silly foul with we're into 4 minutes of injury time, by the way. The first one's gone. It's 46 on the clock. Yeah, sadly at the moment we do. Last time you played West Ham, didn't Maddison, Perez and Tillemans. Well, Maddison and Perez, they just made. Tillemans didn't. Tillemans played. We need to stick to 4-3-2 second half. Blink in actual Daka on for Ulrich. We've got to do something. West Ham free kick. Bowen to whip this one in. Headed away by Vardy out for a corner kick. Oh, boys, we're hanging in there. Just get to half time, boys. Just get to half time.
I did say we need to get into half time with 1-0 down, but I didn't want to go in half time with 10 men going into the tunnel. You could just see we're lacking experience in the defence. We're lacking the experience.
Vardy heads away. Ricardo then heads away. Tillemans then brings the ball out. Goes down. Free kick Leicester.
I want to see Dewsbury Hall, Daka, and Samori on as soon as possible.
Oh, Rogers is writing in his notebook. Well, let's hope it.
I know what he has written, but I can't see it on the stream. VAR is.
Look, I can see everyone's frustration with the VAR, but we all know now the letter of the law that if you go over the ball and miss it, you're going to go. And as soon as I saw it, mate, I was thinking, you can't, mate, because it's the same tackle what Ryan Bertrand did. So if Ryan Bertrand was a red card, then that's going to be a red card. And Ryan Bertrand didn't play for us at the time. He played for Southampton. I'm just going on what I've seen in the past. If you go over the ball and you miss it, stumbling or not, you need to be in control of your body. And if you can't be in control of it, don't make the tackle. But you know what I mean? It's one of those. You might as well just fall to the floor and let the ball bounce off you. You might have even got a free kick there than actually going for the ball.
But that's the thing. He wasn't in control of his body because West Ham player fouled him. But the referee didn't give the foul. He gave the free kick against Perez.
But he was enough control at the time, mate, to know where he was putting his leg out. We can try and defend who you want. I just think he knew where he was putting his leg. He was trying to go for the ball. He's missed the ball completely and gone over it. I mean, yes, he's stumbling, but if you're stumbling that much and you won't put your foot out, you try and get your balance back. As Phil sits in the back patiently, awaiting to come on. The halftime madness.
Is steam come out of his ears?
What Phil's? He looks a bit composed at the moment. He's a bit mixed, half and half, I think. Look, at least he's made it to the game. Ian Stringer didn't make it in for the first half. And that's half time. And really, tale of the first half for me is that Leicester look way off the pace. They had a few 5-10 minutes at the beginning, looked a nice little threat down the left-hand side with Barney and Vars, but the threat of Antonio going forward, Leicester cannot compete with. And once again, it was a ball given away on the halfway line by Vardy, 2 balls around the corner. West Ham were down that left-hand side, pulled the ball back, and Diddy completely didn't man-mark his man Fornells, who'd made the run in box and gone past him, and Diddy watched him go past him. They score with a nice little left-footed volley into the bottom corner. And then on a strike on 39 minutes, well, and man, once again, a poor pass from Casper into the middle of the park to try and find Perez. Poor touch by Perez. Loses the ball. Sort of gets fouled himself. Stumbles forward over the ball. Stamps on his, well, not a stamp, but it goes over the ball and puts his foot straight on the ankle for now as he goes down. It goes to VAR. And as soon as it goes to VAR, we know what was coming, a red card. And you might say it's harsh, but the letter law will state if you go over the ball and miss it and you land on an opponent's ankle, you're going straight away. So at half time, it's West Ham United 1, a 10-man Leicester City 0.
Paul.
Lads, what a great first half from you two. Not so good from Leicester. I'm going to let you both go and have a little breather, have a break, recharge your batteries, and the lads will be back for the second half. Thanks, Tom, and
cheers,
thank
mate.
you to Jono. What a half that was. Listen, this is Leicester Fan TV. We want your views, we want your comments. I'm going to get as many up on screen in the next 15 minutes as impossible. In return, you have to like, share and subscribe to Leicester Fan TV. We want all your half-time views. We want to know, what should Brendan do next? Perez, was it a shocker? What did you think to that? Get your views in, get your comments in. Let's get as many in as on screen as possible. Listen, I'm with Kevin. I'm still being positive. We can turn it around second half. I think the game plan now for me, Kevin, do you agree, from Brendan, surely has to be defend, keep it 1-0, and probably put Dakar on for the last 10-15 minutes, and let's go for, hit them on the break if we do. But I want to know what you guys think Brendan should do next. As many comments as we can get in here. Stevie says, actually surprised his leg didn't snap, must drink a lot of milk. Obviously referring to Perez is, listen, I'm old school. I am old school. I'm like, Perez was knocked, he was slipping, he was tripping. I thought he was very unlucky that in today's game it's a red card. It did look woeful in slow motion, but he was nudged, he was pushed. I thought he was difficult. Anthony says, Phil, we're in trouble. Tielemans is having a shocker, says Donna. Get your views in there, get your comments in. Jason, the Ginger Postie, says it was a red card all day. To be fair, we should be screaming for a red. If it was the other way around, it did look absolutely hideous when Perez's foot lands halfway up the guy's legs. But I want your views, I want your comments on it. Matter? No. Listen, I'm still hoping. I'm going for a 1-1. I am going for a 1-1. That's where I hope it's going to go. Ellis says, sell Perez. I knew there would be. Listen, if there wasn't enough Perez mixed reactions, and I'm being kind there, before the game, there is bound to be quite a few saying about Perez. Only good thing, says Jason, about Perez, will miss the next 3 games. Told you there'd be some harsh comments. Listen, this is Leicester Fan TV. You guys can say what you want within reason, as long as it's not obviously racist, homophobic, whatever. But if you want to say Perez is rubbish, you can say it, honestly. How can anybody moan? It was a definite red, says Alan. Listen, I'm not moaning. I think it was a red. When you watch it in slow motion and you look at the rules today, it's a red card. I'm old school and I'm like, he didn't mean to do it. There was no intent. Chris Poll says, definitely a red card. You can't argue with that. It was red, says Hassan on YouTube. Ryan saying, I'm deluded. No, listen, I think it was a red card. I'm just saying I'm old school. Back in the day, I could have argued that it wasn't, but I think in today's game, yeah, Blurred on YouTube saying, is this the mindless, can't be bothered football that kept us from Europe? Keep your comments coming in. I know Jamie from the Fox's Arms must be annoyed with what he's seeing if he's come on live at half time. Jamie.
To be honest, Phil, I'm a bit disappointed with that performance. We just look toothless. There was nothing there. I mean, how can Soyuncu and Amati have the two most touches of Leicester players? Why are we still playing defensive side to side, back to back? Why? Why are they playing? Why? We're not going forward. We're not passing. We're not attacking. We're not doing what we want. We're not doing what we should be doing. How we won the FA Cup and how we won the Community Shield. It's just so disappointing, Phil. I found it hard work watching that. I really did.
Or maybe you find it hard work. Maybe you find it hard work doing some work, Jamie. Aren't you meant to be pulling pints tonight?
No, well, it's half time, isn't it? Look, it's half time, so everyone's a little bit cheesed off at the minute with it.
I mean, Perez, it is a red card, isn't it? But
yeah,
you're old school like me. I'm like, he didn't mean to do it.
There was a little bit of a nudge by the player, and he wasn't fully in control of what he was doing. But yeah, it was a red card. But don't take this the wrong way, everybody. Could that help us out in the next 2 games when he's sent off? Could that force another player in and play in that spot? Somebody like Dewsbury Hall or somebody that comes in, or Dennis Pratt that comes in for him and takes advantage, like Nacho did last year with Harvey Barnes when he got injured. Somebody steps in and takes advantage of that.
It could be. Jamie, Stephen Dawkins says here, a tip-tap sideways football is poo-poo, pump it up. Listen, it's going to be a different second half, Jamie. We've got to defend, and have a Dakar on the break or something.
I think we do. Alfie, hold on, Alfie's here. He wants to have a quick say before. What do you think so far then, Alfie?
Absolutely terrible, mate. We're not playing good football. We're not glued together enough.
Alfie said 4-0 before the game, didn't you, Alfie, mate?
Did you say 4-0?
Yeah, I said 4-0, but he's obviously got sent off, hasn't he? So
he's got sent off. But you never know, Phil. Playing against 10 men is a different kettle of fish, isn't it? So
it can be.
I think we've got to make a couple of changes, a bit more attacking. We just look so lacklustre up top, don't we? No chances, no nothing. It's unbelievable. It really is.
I want KDH on, I do.
You want KDH, do you?
Yes, I do.
I think a lot of fans would like to see that. It's perhaps a game to give him a go. Jamie, listen, thanks for clicking in. Hopefully join us at the end of the game where we've salvaged a point.
Depends what the score is, Phil. Let's see, shall we? Like I always say, if you can't win, do not lose. Hold on a minute. You want to see how short it is?
Yeah, I want to see it. Is he legless yet?
Not quite. He's on his way.
I'm on my JD, so we're gonna have a JD. We want a KDH, a JD.
Listen, tell Sean to hang in there. Just 1 second, Jamie. I'm adding Gray in. Gray's bought you that beer, hasn't he?
Hey, Gray.
Shawnee, mate.
Get out here, mate. Thanks for putting the money behind the bar, mate.
God bless you. Happy 50th birthday.
Hey, and you, mate. Cheers, kiddo. Let's hope we get a better second half.
Can't get any freaking worse, can it?
I'm going to do a spot of work.
See you, lads. See you all. That's Jamie, the Fox's Arms. Gray, you clicked in. What's your take on that first half?
That's terrible, isn't it? There was two stats that come up: 73%, 63% possession, and we were getting into their last quarter, and they just had that many people behind. We had nothing to give. We were showing nothing. We need to get a few off now and let's proper mix it up. I want 3 changes at half time. KDH on, Madison off, Daka and Nacho on, and go 3 at the back.
You go 3 at the back?
Yeah. And put Wilf at the back, Shunchu, Amate, and get Samore on somehow. But that tackle from Perez, it was, yes, there was a shove, but a man who's apparently plays week in, week out, he's meant to be a professional footballer, should be able to pull out of that. He had a look, he saw where the guy's leg was. That's a nasty tackle. Get him out the club.
Steve, I think that's a bit harsh, Gray, but Stevie says that was a leg breaker. When you watch it in slow motion, it was a leg breaker. He was lucky.
Yeah, and I said before the show, I'm not a Perez liker, and if Brendan trusts him, but that was disgusting, Phil.
Yeah, tough one. Gray, listen, just before I let you go, because Ross is waiting to come in. Gray, I still think we can at least get a draw out of this. I think getting a win now would be tough, but I do think we could play for the draw in this game. Have you got faith?
I need to see if there's been changes made. Alfie said 4-0 a minute ago. Is that 4-0 to West Ham, Alfie?
No, it was 4. That was his prediction before the game. That was his prediction.
Look, if we get a draw out of this, it'll be good. When teams, we've seen it happen so many times, when teams go down to 10 men, they actually win the game. I would love to see that. If I can change my prediction from 3-2, I'd say 2-1 now to Leicester.
Great. I've got to let you go because I've got to quickly get Ross in. Cheers, mate. We'll see you later. We'll let Gray go. Ross, sorry. Thanks for waiting patiently.
It's all right. It's not my opinion. It wasn't a red card. I don't care what people say. He got pushed. You know, in the day when you get pushed, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, and I think
that's what Chris is saying. Exactly. Chris says Perez just tried his foot across the player and mistimed it.
Exactly. You know, as soon as
that wouldn't have been a red card. I don't think.
The problem was as soon as that went to VAR, and as soon as it got red carded, I automatically thought of all these comments coming through. I think it's a disgrace. People saying getting him out because he's done a challenge. I'm sorry, but not many people have said. Oh, Vardy's fault for the goal. He was the one that made the ball away, didn't he? Yeah. But everyone targets Perez because of his bad challenge. Well, I don't think it was a red card, but Vardy did a bad pass for them to score a goal, but nobody's put anything on here. I just think it's not. I think it's harsh. Everyone's all this Perez out or it's Vardy's out for 3 games. I just think it's wrong.
Listen, Rossi, it's done. Second half, what does Rodgers do?
Well, I still think we should go out and attack. You know, I think sometimes teams play better with 10 men and sometimes with 11. I think is O'Brien up bench? Is it?
I need to look at the bench. Is Albrighton, Ward, Iheanacho, Chowdhury, Dewsbury Hall, which a lot of people are shouting for, Dennis Pratt, Castagna, Daka and Sumari. Before I carry on, Tom is in the background. Tom, just come in when it's about to kick off because I can't see the screen. So just chuck yourself in. Ross, and I'm going to add in Jay as well quickly. I've got no idea where the players are. Jay, quickly get your views in. What do we do second half? How do we turn it round? Because we can turn it round.
I don't think we can.
Oh, Jay, come on.
No,
You've been watching Leicester City. You know, it's a roller coaster. You know we can come back into this game.
It is, but the entire first half have just been poor. Done literally nothing at the back. Passing's been poor. Defending not the best. And a red card, so I don't know.
So, Jay, you just don't think we can get back into it?
No.
Ross?
I think we will. I think if we get the first goal, we need that goal straight away. And then who knows? I still think we'll win it. But we just need to play a lot better than what we did and just hope Vardy doesn't make any bad passes again. Now, I said it's not been a great game. My opinion, not a red card. He got pushed. So obviously, yeah, it is unfair on the Perez stick. It's just not. It's unfair. And yes, I know it's a red. People say it's a red. I don't think it was, but it's not fair on him.
I think Ross, I've got to be honest and say I think it was a red in today's rules. I agree with you. Back in the day, I think it's very harsh because I don't think Perez means to do it. I'm not saying it's a great piece of action. Jay, why are you so down? I mean, we're second game in. We've played 90 minutes one. We're 45 minutes in. It's not been great. I would like to be positive and say we're only 1-0 down.
Yeah.
And I still think we can. I'd get a draw. That is what I think we'll play for.
We will play for a draw, but maybe if we bring Albrighton on and probably a Marty off put and Diddy in the defence, maybe drop Maddison deeper. Maybe that could work.
I'll have to wait and see. I think Albrighton should come on for that crossing on the right hand side. But see what Rodgers does, because it's his team, so we'll see what happens.
Jay, this is where he earns some money, because I've got to be honest, Tielemans, I've not seen a lot from him, not seen a lot from Maddison today. Casper's distribution's not been great.
No.
There's been quite a few. Tom, you can turn those bloody bubbles off. Listen, Jay and Ross, I'm going to let you go. Cheers, lads.
I'm going to get my thing back up anyway, but yeah, still one, I still say.
Cheers. Jay, I'm going to have to let you go because you don't even think we can get a draw, mate. See you later. Tom, is it about to start?
With the bubbles are flowing at the London Stadium. Look, mate, I totally agree with you. Look, I got stick when we played West Ham and Vardy got sent off in the title-winning season because I said straight away when the referee gave the decision, I was like, Vardy's going in because he's dived. And he did dive in that game. And okay, anyone has said that is a red card offence. In the modern-day game, you cannot go over the ball. Even if you're stumbling, you cannot go over the ball and hit someone's ankle. As soon as your foot or studs make impact at any point on the leg, the red card will be given. They've said it now. The law states if you make contact with the studs up, you'll be red carded. So I've got no complaints about the red card. It's harsh. It is harsh. It's harsh because he's stumbling and there's a foul. But see all these people saying Perez, well, there we go, deserves it. I'm great. He's off. I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't come on in and saying you're happy that Perez has been recarded because we want to win a game of football and now we've got to do it with 10 men. What we still do, and this is Leicester City, and I don't care what anyone says, Leicester do things the hard way. Well, you say the point of view is, mate, Tillins, Maddison and all that need to start turning up because so far I've not seen any single one of them. We're all going to moan at Perez. Well, Maddison, Tielemans need to take a look at themselves. Vardy for the goal and Diddy for the goal. Neither of them closed the man down who made the run. There's a lot to blame in that goal for me, mate. Not just Vardy losing the ball on the halfway line for dropping deep anyway, but
I see
everything, mate.
Jono's changed the shirt.
Jono's changed shirts. Oh,
This is the top I wore when we won the FA Cup final.
Okay.
This is my lucky shirt.
Hey, don't tell me we're going to start calling the mint kit unlucky. Listen, everybody who's been watching, thanks so much for all your halftime comments. Don't forget, do me the favour before Tom and Jono take you through the second half. Please like, share, subscribe. You're watching now, do it. Join them for the watch along. Join me for the full time. I'm going to hand over to Tom now, and I'll see you when we have at least got a draw. See you in a bit.
Yeah, but Phil, the mint kit's mint, mate. You can't have a go at the mint kit. It's mint.
It's not. Not in my book.
It's not. It's not my cup of tea either, mate.
I'd rather have a bit of red on if we're going to play away. Right, see you in a bit.
Ball to the far side. West Ham attack again. I could be saying that a lot this second half for some reason. In a bit, Philip.
Has he made any half-time changes?
Nope, not yet.
I don't know what we're going to change differently. If we didn't make a substitution, we'll have to get the same formation. I think we should go through it at the back and just counter.
Problem is, mate, who do you put at the back? The only way you can get through at the back if you bring on Cassagna. Now you can't. You got no option. That's the only one who's played in about three. What we did last season. If you think about it, in the FA Cup final when Johnny Evans went off, he brought Cassagna on in that back three. I just personally think you've got to leave it at back four. We don't look sharp enough to play a back three. At the moment with Antonio running at us, I think it could open us up. I just feel if I'm going to change something now, it's got to be pace forward. You've got to look to see what Daka on the pitch.
Yeah, Tom, we need a change.
I've got to do something.
We've got to just like say we could do this, we do that. He needs to do something to change it up because where it's going.
I give it to 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and that's roughly normally where Rodgers will make a change if things aren't going anywhere.
I'll give it 55. I'll give it 55.
I know. I'm just going in the past, mate, with Rodgers. What he normally does, it's normally 65, 70 minutes when he makes a change. Now, today in the game today, I think that's late when you're losing and you're down to 10 men. But he's also got to be clever. We don't want to go gun-ho in the first 5 minutes of the second half and go 2-3-0 down, and then the game could get worse.
Yeah.
He's got to be clever with his tactics and make the change at the right time. Hopefully that West Ham are tired a little bit and we can get in the back four more.
But this is where Leicester can actually, if Brendan plays his cards off, what's Vardy doing? I thought it was a foul for him then. But if
he was a foul, mate. Yeah, he did get his foot in there.
But if he plays his tactics right, we can actually take advantage of this because we've got Daka, who also. What's happened?
It's all right. But Leicester, the ball looks like Leicester have gone 4-4-2. Maddison looks like he's gone onto the right hand side. Ball into the area, shot over the crossbar. By West Ham. It looks like Leicester have gone to 4-4-2. It looks like Maddison's gone out onto the right hand side. The ball was played forward, by the way. Vardy got a lovely flick to find Barnes, but it just bounced over Barnes' head. West Ham then countered. The ball went into the area. Little flick round the corner to Thomas Souček, and he shot, toe poked it over the crossbar. Should have done better from that position inside the area, but it gets his foot underneath it. Stephen says 6-2-2, Daka and Vardy up front, pump it up. Again, Casper giving the ball out of the back when Thomas got two players around him. I know you've got no option, Casper, but sometimes you've got to go forward and drop. Leicester lose the ball again. Ball played up the line, bounce off Harvey Barnes, and can't get away with this. Gary Gray says, "Yeah, man, all good apart from roller coaster ride."
Do you think this is one side of Brendan which can be quite annoying, which is very stubborn in terms of his tactics? He likes his specific way of playing. He doesn't want to leave that sort of area.
I've said it all along. Brendan's only got one way of playing, and he will never change his way of playing. We've seen it in so many games when we're 2-1 down or 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go and 2 minutes to go, and we're still playing the ball, away from the back. Most set play goals, most last season were West Ham with 17 goals in the Premier League. It's a massive amount from corners and free kicks. As they have another free kick, and it's 15 minutes played. Bowen to take it. It's not in on the line, referee. What's
what minute are you on?
50.
50 what?
50 and 50 seconds.
Punched
away.
Okay.
Clear by the area. West Ham still have the ball though. Leicester just cannot get the ball at the moment. They're getting pinned back. Fornell's come forward. Leicester with Vardy on back post to Bonner. Saved by Casper Schmeichel. Crucial save by Casper. Free header at the back post. He had it straight at Casper. Great save by the way. Timberland's loses the ball to Antonio. Antonio goes down the left hand side. Find Barami, cuts past one. Did he fouls him once? Leicester win the ball back. Lose the ball. Edge of the area. Ricardo steps in again, gets the ball and goes charging up the touchline, but can't get away from him. Man, he's got no option. Goes down, free kick given. Leicester, wow, what can I say? Casper Schmeichel. What a save, Casper.
That's a great save. It's a great save.
Ball chipped to the back post by far now. No one closed him down. No one goes near him. Chip to the back post. Free header. And Marte's nowhere near his man. He's completely lost his man at the back post. And a Bonner heads it straight towards Casper, who gets a double palm on it.
I don't know why Brennan isn't making a change now.
But who was closing him down there, mate? Who was closing him down? Like, literally, you're crying out for the man to close him down there. You've got to put pressure on the cross.
Where was Luke Thomas? Madison was doing the defence work when that cross came in. Why wasn't Luke Thomas? Madison's job isn't to defend. Luke Thomas should be the one pressuring the left, from the left. I don't know why he wasn't.
Cheers, Fee. Thank you for reminding me. Ball into the area, Barnes. Ooh, cleared away. That's first attack they've had Leicester in the first half.
So I just saw Jack there. Is Jack on the front row?
I don't know. Probably likes to get near the front when he can. Thomas has the throw. Bang in line with the halfway of the 18-yard box. Little 1-2. Keeps the ball. Throw to West Ham. Leicester lose it. Goes out of play. Literally, their ball was a little 1-2. And before it got back to Thomas, the West Ham player was all over him, not giving him a moment. As they bring up Harvey Barnes, saying he signed a new 4-year contract last Thursday. It was brilliant for the football club, but to not turn up tonight, sadly, Harvey, we're not seeing enough. You're getting at the West Ham back line or anywhere near the West Ham goal at the moment with the ball.
No one's turned up.
No, mate. No one has.
No one. I can't see the Leicester. This is not Leicester City that I'm used to seeing. This is no one's passionate.
This is the Leicester City we saw on numerous games last season. During the season, one being the West Ham game at home. One being the Fulham game at home last season when we didn't turn up as a team. There was 3 or 4, 5, 6 games last season we lost at home because we didn't turn up as a team. Not just one player. When the whole team doesn't turn up, you lose football matches. And to me, this is exactly the same as the Villa game, the West Ham game, the Fulham game at home last year when we lost to Fulham. The whole team just doesn't turn up and click. And for me, this is the crucial part for getting into the top 4. You've got to be able to turn up every single week in the Premier League. That's what the good teams do. I mean, at the moment, as you say, it's going to be hard to hold the ball because West Ham are knocking around with that extra man in the middle of the park.
So now second half possession, it's just completely switched around. They've got 60% possession, we've got 40. So
out of the area, into the box he goes, falls over, never a penalty. Get on, book him for that. Book him for that. That's a dive referee. Why are you not booking him for that? Why are you not booking him? Why are you not booking him? He's crying out for a penalty and you're not in booked him. And now they're going to VAR going to have a look at it. If this given a pen, I've given up. Ball into the area, Brahmi stumbles, goes down, then dives. That's the worst thing about it. He stumbles,
then he dives.
Maddison doesn't touch him. Never. That's not given a penalty. Then he dives forward. Never a penalty in a million years. No, it's not even given. Joke. And I don't get why the referee has not booked him there for the dive afterwards. He throws himself forwards.
Like he does a little, like he falls to the ground, then he just decides to roll 50 meters.
Oh my God, Sancho gives the ball straight to Antonio in the middle of the box, rolls it across the box, 2-0 to West Ham, game over. Brahmi scores. Oh my God, Leicester City, what are you doing? Oh, game over, 2-0. 55 minutes played. What is Sancho doing there? He looks to the back pass to Casper and plays it straight to Antonio. Clyde Sancho has had an absolute shocker. Headed away by Ndidi. Again, one ball over the top. Sancho has so much time. Plays it down. Doesn't look where he's passing it. Pass it straight back to Antonio in the 18-yard line. Antonio looks up, slides it across the box, and Brahmi scores. Oh, Sancho's had a nightmare. He's an absolute shocker. Deary me, boys. 55 minutes played, and it's West Ham United 2, Leicester City 1. Leicester City 0, sorry. I can't even say it.
And this came from, again, West Ham just,
a long ball over the top, mate. It was a long ball over the top, and Sancho had no pressure on him. But instead of trying to play forward, he played backwards and gave it straight. Well, it's not even a clever pass. He's not in looked to see where Sancho is. Now Brendan's got to make a change as he talks to his man. Tielemans breaks forward, finds Barnes on the left-hand side. Tielemans makes the overlap. Barnes inside one, finds Maddison, takes a touch. Oh, Pease rolled a shot. It's an awful shot. Then he looks at the floor.
I said we should have made a change 50th minute. We've looked rubbish.
You can't count for an individual mistake, mate, at that point, can you?
No,
not like that. You can't. Brendan can't sit and think, oh, he's going to do that. That's just embarrassing because he's not even looked, and then Casper kicks the ball straight out of play. He's not even looked to see where Casper was, mate. He's just gone, I'll pass it back. Casper will be there. Casper's 2-3 yards the other side of the ball when he passed it. And fair play to Antonio, he read it. He read where that ball was going. He made the correct decision. He knew that we'd go backwards. He knew we were going to go backwards there. Because that's all we do. We pass the ball backward. Luke Thomas steps in. Had to, otherwise Soufal was down the right-hand side again. That's it. I'll bring him on. He's in the background. Schoolboy, mate. You didn't even look to see where he was, did he, mate?
Oh my God. Where we need an old Edward Kaggs telling him what to do. He's useless as a centre back on his own. And I love Kaggs. And he's an headless chicken when he's not got Johnny Evans next to him. And
exactly, mate. Just proves you how much Johnny Evans rules that back line. Barnes up the line, definitely. He comes.
I'm going to get chastised for my comments, but Cags needs an old wise head next to him, and what we're now 58 minutes. I'll be making 3-4 substitutions now, and let's go out to try and get a draw at least for Sean Culpin's 50th.
Yeah,
I bet he's having a really disappointing time at the moment there.
Definitely. I like the shirt change, Jono.
I might change it back off because I was not been lucky at all. It's been.
Why don't you just take it off and leave it off?
Don't want to lose viewers.
Yeah, don't lose viewers.
Would we be bothered tonight, though, lads?
No, probably not. Cheers for coming on, mate. I'm going to drop you out and
No
come
worries,
on at
catch
the end.
you
All right,
later,
bud.
boys.
See you later, mate.
Bye-bye.
Hey. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I mean, everyone's saying it. Matt's saying it. Embarrassing. The international break can't quicken us so we can get Johnny back. I totally agree.
Yeah.
At least we brought 50% to Southampton's defence. We beat 9-0. Helen, I thought we kissed the kind of rubbish goodbye. Oh, yeah, me too. But then I said to you earlier that the performance, this reminds me very much the performance at home to West Ham and away to West Ham last year. The performances against Fulham, Leeds United at home. The whole team hasn't turned up tonight. Not one player can stand out and go anywhere near man of the match. Even Casper, great save, but God, his distribution's been shocking tonight. I literally can't sit here and go, yeah, he's been brilliant. No one has stood out at all tonight. And players you want to stand out, you know, your Maddisons, your Tillemans, are trying to, at 1-0 down, grab this game by the scruff of the neck, make something happen, but just nothing.
The only player for me that I could say has played okay is Pereira. That's the only player I can say who's played okay.
That's a good shout. Just imagine if we lost to Norwich. Yeah. Don't, mate. It's got all the writing on the walls that has for Leicester. Norwich conceded 8 goals in the first 2 games, and then they're probably going to beat Leicester 3-0. It's just typical Leicester, just the way it is. But tonight, I mean, it's from
I knew this would be a tough game.
10th minute, we've been awful.
Yeah, I was struggling to find words to how bad this has been. Like,
the thing is, like you say, you're looking for at half time, you're 1-0 down with 10 men. All you're looking for, or all the fans want, is to show hunger, desire, and determination to try and get back in this football match. Now, look, I can't moan. I can moan, but I can't really help a situation where Sanchez done what he's done at the end of the day. We can't do anything that. But before that, the first 10 minutes into that second half, it was the same as the first half.
But what do both goals have in common?
I'm not picking the men up. No one trapped the runner again. Unless to lose the ball, Tillemans gives it away again. Down the left, they come West Ham. Barama, 1-on-1, pulls it back, finds Antonio, takes a touch, has a shot. Casper save, good save by Casper, gets down to his left-hand side. West Ham are literally just taking pot shots as our goals now. And
they can afford it. This game reminds me of what game was it the other day? That Chelsea-Arsenal. We're Arsenal and they're Chelsea. Exactly the same. They know they've won this. They can do it. They can just pass the ball around, hold the ball. They don't have to worry about this counter attacking. They got us in the palm of their hands.
60 minutes and no change still.
And what I was going to say was his cash distribution has been poor.
Mate, edge there, his shot. Oof, great volley beyond shot. Crespo absolutely smashed this one clean as anything. It flies over about a foot over the crossbar. What a strike by Ryan Crespo this is. Ball up, edge of the area, 18-yard, left-footed volley and over the crossbar. But again, no one closed him down. No one closed him down.
And I'll tell you what, if that was goal by Crespo, I would have.
Well,
he's smiling.
Daka's coming on by the looks of it. He's just been taking his top off and he's having a quick swig of his water bottle. Even the Leicester bench, mate, everyone looks deflated. I mean, what you say? What can you say now at the end of this game? Oh, boys, well, you know, Amate, he's getting it. Well, I played Amate. And then the flag goes up, so.
I know what's happening. In last 2 previous seasons, we played well the first half, rubbish the second half. we'll do the opposite. The first half of the season we didn't play well. Second half, we'll come back into it. But no.
Well, Rogers always says that his teams get better, and off will go Harvey Barnes, who's he's a night to forget for the young winger. Not one of his better
many
games.
Players.
Oh mate, yeah. I mean, Matthew said it again. A lot of people said this night Tillerman's having an awful game. Yes, he is. An absolute shocker. Nothing to lose now. I totally agree with you, Rob. We might as well go out and try and get another and lose 3-0 and 4-0. At least we can try and get a shot. I mean, I don't know if we've had a shot on target. Dalton again, but it's the middle of the park. Tillerman picked the ball. The first thing he does, he looks sideways. But there's no one there. Did he? We're going sideways. Thomas then rolls the ball in and loses it. Straight
But are
away.
these Brendan's tactics or is it the players?
It's Brendan's tactics. Brendan will not change the way he plays. It's passing football. Oh, dear. Can't blame Tillerman's performance on Perez. No, you can't. Tillerman's will know his standards tonight. Can't even win the ball back.
I don't even blame Perez. Perez is I agree with Tom. In the written law, it is a red card. Do I agree with it? Hell no. It's in my eyes, it's definitely not a red card. But in terms of the law, it is. But you can't blame that on the performance we could have had. Even if we're still on the pitch, we'll still be losing 2-0 with this performance.
Thank you, Fee, as always. 179 super sticker. Brilliant Leicester fan tea crew of the season. Thank you again. Much appreciated. Oh, it wasn't the performance I was expecting tonight. I thought after beating Wolves, beating Man City in the Community League, beating Wolves, it's a good start to the first two games. I was expecting a lot better performance than this. And then the West Ham win another corner ball again. Free ball to whip it in. So we say play Daka over Barnes. No, I wouldn't say that. I just think Barnes has not had a great night tonight, but no one's had a great night. I say we played Daka over Barnes. Well, it's an option. It is an option, but I want to see Daka forward. I want to see Daka on the wing. I want to see Daka in the behind having a go. We saw what he could do at QPR when he got put in that position. I know it's only QPR, but instead it showed his pace and desire.
This is the problem with Perez. Everyone's like, put players there, put players there. The reason why Perez isn't performing well is because he's playing in a position that he's not used to. We don't want to put Daka in a position he's not used to, then it won't be good.
Another corner to West Ham, 66-minute played. Sanchez has carried his form from the Euros, says right. Well, yeah, he didn't have the greatest Euros. He got torn apart a couple of times. Is the game done? Sorry to ask. No Power Home has just logged in my phone. We played 64 minutes and it's 2-0 to West Ham.
And a red card to Leicester as well.
Yeah, Paris sent off after 39 minutes. Harshly, but in the letter of the law. Ball whipped in, headed over and wide. Goal kick headed wide by Dawson. Goal kick to Leicester.
This is the third game in a row we've been overall been annihilated by West Ham. Is it David Moyes having a tactical advantage over Brendan Rodgers, or is it because we're just having enough time?
Bobby says, who would you go out and sign now?
A centre back.
Yeah, but the problem you got is, mate, like Brendan said before, we haven't got a bottomless pit of money. I think that comes to show you why we're having to sell young kids, €9 million to other teams to create some funds, I think. I hope Vestergaard is back in a week's time. We need him on the pitch. We need someone to play with Cags who's got some experience. Leicester win the ball back. Well played. Daka loses the ball. We got no support.
I want to see Dewsbury Hall on. So a young kid who wants to show something. That's what I want to see. Awful.
The game, consider right. We're predictable. We play the same way every single week. Said it all along. You got to versatile how you play. When is Evans back? Well, for what Rogers was saying, that he was expecting him to return after the international break. So hopefully in time for Manchester City game. But we're probably going to need it for. I mean, what does Perez miss now? He misses Norwich, Man City and Brighton, is it? In the league? I mean, there's a man tonight who I've not really said much about. Maddison comes forward, finds Vardy on the left-hand side, but Vardy only just keeps it in. Back to Maddison, edge of the area. Into the box he goes. Pass 1, pass 2. Oh, shot! Oh, Tillemans! Goal! Leicester have scored. Yuri Tillemans is on the score sheet. It was an absolute scramble of a goal, but we'll take it. We will take it. We're back in this football match, and with 20 minutes to go, can Leicester City rescue a point with 10 men? They are back in this game. It was a scruffy goal, I'll tell you that now. Vardy picks it up, plays it inside to Maddison, edge of the area, skips past 1, skips past 2, chips it up. Vardy can't get on the end of it. Daka misses the shot. Tillemans shoots, it blocked, falls back to Tillemans, and he just basically jabs his foot at it as the goalie comes out. I mean, Daka completely missed the ball. Tillemans shot his first block by Cresswell, falls back to Tillemans, and he managed to get there before the goalkeeper and literally toe poke the ball home. That's the way back into the game.
Knowing how this game's going to be rolled up by VAR.
Oh, in 69 minutes played, it's West Ham United 2, Leicester City. Hold on. Oh, yeah. I just stopped it there because the referee was checking something and I was panicking he weren't going to give it. And then he gave it. Thank God for that. Well, 20 minutes, boys. 20 minutes.
Bring on
the first time it's taken us to get to the 70-minute mark to get more than one body in the box for an opportunity. The ball went in there for Maddison. There was Vardy. There was free kick, foul. Ricardo's going to get booked here. He's completely mullered Cresswell, by the way.
If you're Brendan Rodgers, what would you do now?
What do I say? Oh, it's a nasty one, that is, from Ricardo. He's caught him there quite bad. I'd bring on. It's a tricky one. You got Nacho on the bench, who was in fine form and scored the goal at Community Shield, and change it up a bit. I mean, I love Vardy, but sometimes now this is where we got to look at Vardy and think, right, can we change it? I know Vardy only needs one chance, and I love Vardy. But this is now where we got the options. Sometimes you've got to leave Vardy out of the team and try and change it up. Yeah. Thank you, Fee. Super sticker, 249 super sticker. Much appreciated as always. Cheers, I'd bring Albrighton on possibly as well, mate, because he does make a difference.
Yeah.
He does make a difference when he comes on the part. I mean, we've got 20 minutes to go here, and if Leicester can somehow get another one, you would just never know. Ball headed away by Sancho. Better Sancho. Daka holds the ball up. What a lovely touch. No touch again. Luke Thomas finds Tillemans. Oh, it takes too long. It's trapped. No one did. He hold the ball. Dilly tries to go long. Mucks it up, kicks it straight in the end. West Ham have the ball back. Leicester are in control of their own destiny at that point with the ball. And literally a silly ball by Ndidi there. Take a touch. Don't panic. Ndiddy's not had the best game tonight. And the build-up they were talking about, Ndidi and Rice, the battle of the two defensive midfielders. And I'll be honest you now, Rice has outdone him all over the pitch tonight.
For me, that goal from Tillemans doesn't rescue the player ratings or the performances for me.
Ball in behind. Vardy down the line, edge of the area, cuts it up. No one's there. Chips it across the box, but he can't get it near anyone. Once again, though, the ball was there, but there was no one in the box. The only player in the box there was it's a lovely ball by Daniel Amate. Plays it in between the two. Vardy's onto it, outbeats Cresswell, but he's got no one in the box. There's no target man. There's only Daka and Maddison coming in. There's the word, mate. Composure. And did he need to be composed? He's not been composed. That was an awful ball there. Thank you, mate, for the super sticker. Starman, he plays in blue and white. His debut in 2 minutes, and he's dynamite. Oh, but yeah, I was saying composure, Zach. Spot on, mate. And Diddy there, not being composed. Definitely need Nacho one. Yeah, I would. I'd get Nacho one. If I'm honest, I'd take Maddison off.
Yeah, I agree.
Watch Maddison go score the winner now. Really saying that, but I'd take Maddison off, and I'd bring on Nacho in that 10 role and let him come and get the ball and try and link some play up. Because Maddison hasn't done it in 73 minutes. So I've been changing it now. Look, I know he helped set the goal up, but it was his cross into the box. Leicester giving the ball away. Composure, lads. You got plenty of time. Settles 15 minutes to go. West Ham look nervy now. They look nervy.
that's the thing. If we act nervy, that'll make them confident. They're at the stage where now, we can actually look. They'll be thinking if we draw this game, we'll look bad because they know we've been poor. If we get a draw,
Leicester give the ball away. Sainz give the ball away again, trying to go long, and then we give a corner kick. Boys, come on, composure. Get your foot on the ball. Take your time.
do you know what I'm thinking we're missing this game? A leader. We're missing someone to tell them where they need to be.
Yeah, like you say, I can't remember who said it. I think it was Albright, and he said it in the week that how much that Johnny Evans is the glue to the team.
Yeah,
you don't realise how much a glue to the team he is.
His knowledge is unbelievably important for this team.
Ball whipped in back post, headed down and cleared away. West Ham got the head on the first one there. Cresswell holds the ball up. 1-on-1 with Luke Thomas on the right-hand side. Declan Rice. Bruno Gambara makes a run, gets the ball, keeps it in. Daka stays with him, though. Oh, boys, just keep yourself in this game. Ball slid in behind. Declan Rice chips it up towards the back post. Dawson heads it wide. Goal kick.
I'm just going to go to the little boys' room back in a moment.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Oh, boys, composure now. Time to settle down with 15 minutes still to go. Leicester are well back in this football match. They haven't been at all in this football match up to the goal. Declan Rice chipped on to the back post and Dawson had clearly wide. I don't know where he thought the corner was. Again, Leicester play out from the back. I mean, they've got to keep the ball out and stand that. Let's go long looking for it. Daka, but can't find him. Again, lose the ball. One ball pass again. Ball down the line. Cresswell keeps it. Tillemans goes backwards. First time we've actually forced West Ham to keep the ball. Need to test Cags for blue blindness. Not sure he can tell the difference between the shirts. It's not at the best of games tonight, sadly, Cags. Definitely was in fault for the second. For me, and you know, Vardy's poor, but ball whipped in West Ham, headed away by Cags. Good header there. Come on, boys, you've got plenty of time. Still, it only takes that second to get that ball forward. And with Daka on the part of Vardy, we've still got a chance. West Ham go across the box. Ooh. Leicester get lucky again. Ball was whipped across. And Cags, well, slices another one up and over the crossbar, a bit like he did in the Community Shield. Ball was held up, ball whipped in, and Cags, well, he's stuck a foot out and he's gone over the crossbar.
This game is screaming. Daka, 90-minute draw.
Paul says, get Cassagna on and Nacho for Vardy and Thomas. Yeah, I mean, you got to change something for me. You got some. I thought we would have made another change by now. The draw is a matter result if we could get a draw now. Let's not celebrate too early. A third could be coming. I'm not celebrating. I'm not celebrating anything, mate. If we lose this game, we've lost it on merit. But if we get a draw, well, we've rescued it. Ball bit to the back post. That's a free kick. Dawson just pushes Thomas out of the way. Oh, dear. Come on, boys. Still got plenty of time. 77 gone. 12 minutes to go. Leicester are going to make another change. And on would come Kalichi, Iheanacho, and Bakarami Samari will come on as well. Please like, share the post, guys. Remember, if you're on YouTube, there's 152 you watching. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 8K on YouTube now. That's the next target. We're growing. Never thought we'd grow this quicker. We have, but keep liking and subscribing. It's free. It's great to have you on board. It lets you know when we're live as well.
Oh, Iheanacho getting ready.
Yeah. Can we get a point? Comment your views. Remember, guys, get your views in at the bottom. We will put them on the screen. Yeah, like I say, Nacho and Baraka Samari will come on. Rogers can be stubborn. Yes, he can, mate. And that's why, if you look at it, we play the same way. He's very stubborn in the way we play. He will only play one way, and that's keep the ball, pass the ball, move the ball. And with 10 minutes is going to go, Leicester will make the final two substitutions and try and get something out of this game. I'm going to call it now. I'm going to go for Vardy and Madison, my two to come off. Ball whipped him towards the back post, head away by Luke Thomas. Big header by Luke Thomas there. Antonio was coming in ready to power heading into the box, and I think that would have been game over. Ball to box, down the line, Fornals pick the ball up, takes the touch, comes back down the right hand side. West Ham will keep the ball. And that's all they've got to do now. West Ham just got to keep the ball.
Yeah. The thing is, we didn't take advantage of them panicking. You know, we scored and they panicked. We didn't take advantage of it. And now they're sort of back into this game again, which means that it'd be hard for us to score again.
Left hand side, Rice into the box, finds Antonio, 3-1. Antonio shrugs off Sion-Chu, turns and smashes the ball into the bottom corner. That will be game done and dusted. Leicester aren't coming back with 2 goals in the last 10 minutes for me at the moment. Oh, Rodgers, you left it too long to make those subs, mate, for me. As soon as that goal went in, you should have done it. Oh, another.
Do you know what makes this even worse now? I won't get points for Cresswell on my fantasy team.
I've got Sion-Chu in my fantasy team.
I need to bring on Tony.
Ball down the line. Rice pulls it back. Sion-Chu gets bullied off the ball. Antonio swiftly turns and bends it round him into the back of the net. I mean, like you say, once again, they look at the run. No one followed the runner. Too easy. Too easy for Antonio to turn Sion-Chu there, by the way. And too easy. It's been done too easy for me there. Sion-Chu's got to do better. You can't let him turn so easy. And then he bends it in the bottom corner. It's been coming, if we're honest about it, in the last couple of minutes. What does Rodgers do now? Does he make the subs or not?
Yeah, we've got nothing to lose.
And that will put Antonio top scorer in West Ham's history in the Premier League with 48 goals, and he overtakes the famous Paolo Di Canio. Yeah, Leicester made the subs. I didn't see it come on. They've done it when the goal went in. Yeah, Vardy's gone off. Maddison's gone off by the looks of it. Called the 2 subs as well. Yeah, Vardy and Madsen off. Iheanacho and Samari on.
We should have made the sub 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I totally agree. As soon as that goal went in, he should have had the subs on. Do not get why we left another 5-6 minutes from the goal going into making the subs. Because you could see West Ham was starting to grow back into the game.
Well, was what I said.
Tonight, Cags has got to look himself, mate. He's the one who's supposed to be stepping up. Well, sorry, he hasn't stepped up at all tonight. Cags always comes to come. Cags allows him to come on his inside foot towards the goal and not away. What a damn gift. Yeah, it was, mate. It wasn't meant to happen. Haley has done it. Will never be in the Premier League.
There's only 2 positives with this. We've got more points than Arsenal, and we're not. And look at Forest.
Oh, mate, look, the season is 2 games in, mate. I'm not going to get carried away. I mean, it's been a poor performance. I mean, we lost 3-1 last year at home to West Ham. We've lost 3-1 tonight. We've lost 3-2 to West Ham. At the moment in time, West Ham have got the better of us over the thing.
Yeah.
Tom, do you think Brett Benrick deserves a chance of the palm? Well, I mean, if... foul, that'll be a free kick to West Ham. Nacho, you've just fouled him, mate. It's a silly foul. The play's going nowhere. Oh, I think Benkovic deserved a chance. Yes, mate. I totally agree. You know, he's been around the football club long enough now, but I don't get what's gone on with him. You know, it was the next biggest thing for when he went up to Scotland. He did brilliantly for them and for Celtic under Rodgers. And Rodgers then beginning of last season said he wasn't good enough. I mean, what's that say? Rodgers saying he's not ready for the Premier League. Well, when is he going to be ready for the Premier League? If you know he's in the squad, then he must be good enough. We now go to Norwich next Saturday, on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. And it's like, where do you start? Where do you try and rebuild this team? Because the lads' confidence is going to be shattered after this performance. Especially, you know, we're talking about, ball breaks, Antonio stabbed it home, 4-0. 4-1, sorry, 83 gone. Once again, no one closed the cross down. It's whipped into the box. Antonio destroys the back line. Antonio's having a field day, if I'm honest with you. As I said, this goes back to last season for me. Against the performance against West Ham, against Villa, against Fulham, against Leeds. We didn't turn up in any of the games. Tonight, we have not turned up. I mean, look at this. I mean, the balls comes out to the right-hand side. He beats his man too easy. Free whipping. Antonio, well, Amati missed the ball. Falls to Antonio and takes the ball onto his foot. And just literally stabs the ball home. Oh, dearie me, boys. It's just embarrassing.
Well, that takes West Ham top of the table with Liverpool and Chelsea now. The only thing with West Ham is that this is going to be their like honeymoon phase, but they're going to
look, mate, look. Let's just remember, Jono, this is a West Ham team that finished 1 point behind us last year, so I'm not going to sit here and disrespect West Ham.
No.
You can't turn around and say it's a honeymoon thing. They finished a point behind us last season in the league. This is no fluke by West Ham. They are a very good team. The difference between West Ham, Leicester and West Ham this year, again, is West Ham have turned up in the scoring goals. Look, last week against Wolves, we didn't create enough for me. And tonight, we haven't created enough again. I mean, look where the goals come from. You know, a bobble in the box, and it's fouled Tillemans. We haven't created enough again going forward because teams know what to do against Leicester. Sit deep, stop us playing the ball forward quickly. We've got to work out how we can beat these teams by doing better. I understand what you're saying, a honeymoon period, but if you're going to say that, you've got to remember they finished 1 point behind us last year, John.
Well, I mean, like for this season, because don't forget they've not invested a lot in the squad. We know what being in Europe does. It makes your team so stretched. And if they didn't invest in a team like we have now, they're going to struggle. So
yeah, well, it depends what they put their eggs in, mate. If they put their eggs in the Premier League and go, well, we're not fussed about the Europe and FA Cup, then they won't play the strong teams in those competitions, or in the Conference League. I don't know. They're in Europa League anyway. But look, I know they haven't strengthened, but they've still got some very, very good players, mate. I mean, not be funny, mate. They're about to bring on Yarmolenko. That's not a bad little sub to make, is it, really, on the 86 minutes in? Daka runs past one, runs past two, looks at the line for Nacho. Oh, he can't find his man. Unlucky, though. Great play by Daka. First time we've seen him having a run.
I think it's back to the drawing board. I agree with you. Last game, we played well for 45 minutes, and we've really turned up for 45 minutes in the season so far, and that's not good enough.
Ball goes wide. West Ham still have ball. 87 played.
Poor.
It's one of those, mate. Ball into the box. West Ham still have the ball. I mean, just want to see someone try, mate, and that's what I haven't seen all game.
Well, the Leicester thing to do is to lose against Norwich and then beat Man City 4-0. That is the typical Leicester.
Scott Parker. I mean, not Scott Parker. Sorry, Scott Parker.
You're from about Fulham, aren't you? That rest from Fulham.
Mark Noble, I'm going to say, is he comes on another legend for West Ham and fully deserved right to be called a legend for staying at the football club. Oh, and Diddy is decent. He is, mate. It's just that no one's had a good day. I can't sit and say anyone's had a good game tonight. In towards the end, mate, Ricardo, off will go the goal scorer for their West Ham. 2 goals for him tonight. Antonio, on will come Yarmolenko. Rating on the players tonight is 1 at best. I feel well, 1 is generous, mate, in some cases. I can't give a lot to many of them. Even Tillemans scoring, I still was only up there maybe half a point.
The thing is, we could always sit there and say West Ham have got loads of quality players, but we've got loads of quality players. But for that's season and a half, they've been better in every game.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well played, Daka. Chase the referee, the goalkeeper down, wins a throw.
We're the team that feeds the big teams, you know. We're the team that creates big players and then we give them away.
Well, let's just put it 89 minutes, and Daka's just done what Vardy hasn't done all game, and that's put the referee, the goalkeeper, under pressure, right on the touchline, and he's caught him. But fair play to him, because you know what? He's put him under pressure, and he's won a throw from it. That's the first time all game for me that we've actually put West Ham under pressure.
In left for Margot Fabianski. That's the first thing he's done all bloody game, Fabianski.
Set put the ball out of the net when we scored.
Well,
Daka gets the ball, finds Ricardo. Ricardo into the edge of the area, goes down, not getting a free kick there for that.
Poor.
So Leicester will finish after 2 games, 12th this weekend, -2 goal difference, 3 points. With Southampton, Palace, Leeds, Wolves, Burnley, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Norwich below them. Look, it's 2 games in. I'm not going to get carried away. One performance was all right. This week's performance has been non-existent.
With the same points as Man City.
If you were in charge, Tom and Jono, where would you invest and who would you buy? Well, we need a winger. We need a creative winger on the right-hand side. If you're not going to buy one, Daka's now gone through his man for a second time. He'll get booked here. He's just taken out Dawson. He could be getting a booking for this. No, the referee's saying not. He's told him to play on. But this is what we haven't seen all game. Daka's running in and causing havoc. But for me, yeah, you need a winger. You need some creativity down the right-hand side. And I'm not going to go Perez. I don't think Perez didn't do too bad in theory up to his red card. He was trying to make things happen in around the box. Tillemans gives the ball away again. It'll be 3 minutes of injury time. We've already played 1 minute of that. So, yeah, winger for me. Mate, fair play to you boys. You look absolutely class and slick at the moment. We didn't turn up at all, but I'm not going to take that away from you. You've passed the ball around. You've caused us all sorts of problems. Your tactics from David Moyes, spot on again tonight. Let us get to the halfway line and then lose the ball, and you lot have just picked us off from. So fair play, Jimmy. I have a lot of respect for West Ham, and good luck for us this season. Did you think Perez deserved the red? Deserved it? No. But is it the red card for letter of the year? Yes. Spins it up nicely. Men versus boys. Completely agree with you, mate. Completely agree. And you're a Hammers fan. Fair play to you. Red card cost us at big time. Yeah, it probably does, mate. But it was a red card. And at the end of the day, letter of the law, you can't go over the ball. Antonio, Danny Gloves. That, mate. Antonio's just been class. Like I said, he's not a natural striker. There's nothing natural about the way Antonio plays as a striker, but he's such a handful.
He's one player that could potentially be Golden Boot. You know, the way he's been playing so far, it looks ace. He looks like he's loving life under David Moyes. He's loving playing with the players he's got behind him. So I could see him being a potential top striker this season, or top goal scorer.
Oh dear. Whipped in, collected by Casper. 30 seconds to go.
I think this is the first game I've seen in a long time from Leicester where you can't really get. Well, do you know what? The only positive is when Daka. He's been one of those positives I've seen from this game.
Daka has come on and done more in 10 minutes. Well, just over 5 to 6 minutes than anyone else has done in the game.
Pereira and Daka for me are the only highlights from this game for me. Everyone else has been poor. Schmeichel's made 2 good saves.
Sancho got me no points. Vardy's got 2 points. Now Vardy's got 2 points. There'll probably be a point. And there goes the full-time whistle. Well, on a night where Leicester thought, let's get back onto winning street, and after last season's fine form on the road, tonight it was utter garbage. And I won't say that lightly that we were garbage tonight from start to finish. Full credit to West Ham. They got their tactics spot on. Full credit to David Moyes. David Moyes got his spot on as well. And Leicester really come away from this with nothing to justify. They don't deserve anything for tonight's performance. Even when they got back into the game, and we just thought we're turning the screws. For me, Brendan Rodgers left to make those subs too long, and they should have been quick. As soon as that goal went in, he should have been making the subs because West Ham looked nervous. But 5 or 6 minutes of settling down, West Ham soon got back into that flow of passing the ball around Leicester for fun and scored a third goal. And what can you say? The talking points of the game, really well. The red card before half-time killed Leicester in some ways because it was a sloppy red to see, but in the letter of law, it's a red card. But overall, what is Sainz doing at the back there? The ball at the top, had loads of time to take control and look up and see where he goes forward. But no, he plays the Brendan Rodgers way and goes back to Casper, but doesn't find Casper. Finds straight to Antonio, who's read the situation, lays it across the box. Brahma scores to make it 3-1. And then the fourth, Cags really gets shrugged off in the box. Dropped his shoulder. Antonio makes a mug of Cags at the back and scores to make it 4-1. And Leicester come out of the game with absolutely nothing and deserves it. The only highlight for me was Daka coming on and doing more in 8 or 9 minutes on the pitch than any other player by hassling people and actually causing West Ham problems to try and close people down. But it finishes at the London Stadium, West Ham United 4, Leicester City 1.
Where do we start with that? Listen, lads, Jono and Tom, thanks a lot for the watch along. Not an easy one tonight with that mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. Comment your views. Tom, Jono, are you sticking around for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll stick
all
around.
right. Stick around. I'm just going to, obviously, what we want to do, Jono and Tom are going to stick around, give us their views. This is the part we want your views. Everybody who's watching, we want your views. What did you make to that? Do we go overboard now, or do we just settle down and say, look, West Ham are a decent side? I want to know your views. It was shocking defending at times. Absolute mess of a defence at times. Some of those players went absolute walkabouts today, all over the pitch. Didn't see much of Maddison, Vardy. Are we all going to blame Perez? Kagla Soyuncu's had a stinker, if you ask me, today. Given away the first one, the second one, the third one, absolute mess. Full-time views. We want, as ever, your views, your comments. Absolutely want to know what you guys think to tonight's match. So please, please, please get them in here to us now live on Leicester Fan TV. I'm going to put the link out there, and we know people are going to click in them. Just before I add people in there, let's get comments in here. Jag says here, look, I'm going to put this on. We've won more trophies than West Ham. Listen, Jag, it's a new season. You start afresh. West Ham were a lot better than us today. I don't think Brendan Rodgers got it that wrong today. I think the players were just well off the pace. Kevin says we lost this game at kickoff. Never showed up. Played way too negative. We were lucky to only lose 4-1. Fish Frenzy on YouTube says, do you start Daka next game? Satnam is saying, why are we not playing the new guy we bought today? Rise saying, who would we sign today? It looks like we will need to sign some players before we get in there. Paul's saying that was awful. Put it into perspective. It's the second game of the season, just a small blip in a big season to come. Absolutely, Kevin. It is only the second game. Absolutely second game. Patrick says, utter pish, Phil. Rodgers was shocking tactics. Tough season ahead. Forget top 6. Interesting views in there. I'm going to add Sean in because he is over at the Fox's Arms. Let's get Sean in. On his 50th birthday, Sean, Leicester City did not give you a birthday present today.
They didn't, no. Where do we start picking faults, or do we just say, like I say, it's the second game of the season? But I think West Ham did a Leicester tonight, and I hate saying that. They went out knowing what they were going to do before the game started. You know, all right, Perez. Was it? I mean, we've had this discussion at half time. Was it a red card? It was pushed, but you know, looking at what you see, yes, it's a red card, but it was off balance and Soyuncu blind pass. You know, but you know they won 4-1. You know, I know we're down to 10 man. I don't know. I've enjoyed my birthday anyway. I don't know what.
At least, Sean, you were in the sunshine. Well, sunshine earlier today, and you're drinking a few beers there. Listen, Sean, we were poor before Perez got sent off.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Like I say, I think West Ham went there with a better game plan than what we did. They did what we normally do, what we'd normally go out and do. But fair play. Second game of the season. All I think is now is Perez has been sent off, and he's not going to be part of the next few games. So we build on that, and we build a team around without Perez. I don't know how many touches Vardy had. I don't know if there's any stats from the lads how many touches Vardy had. How many touches did we get, Tom? Any idea? What did Vardy have in touches? Any idea?
Well, in the first 20 minutes, he was the second, the first 20, 25 minutes, he'd only had 3 touches in total. The only one who'd had less touches was Fabianski.
Yeah, we won. I did see that, yeah.
But the
So
most
I think
touches in the first half.
he had a bit of a dribble down on the wing second half and probably doubled his amount of touches in the game. So it's, it's... The good thing is it's the second game in. It's not the end of the world. We can build on this now, and hopefully with Bertrand back, hopefully Vestergaard's not a long injury. Amati, what's everyone's view on Amati? I don't know what they think of it today. I've had too many Jack Daniels, but I saw quite a bit of it.
I mean, Jono, Sean's there saying, what do you think to Amati, Jono? But Kagalos Soyuncu today's had a shocker, isn't he? He's had a stinker.
Oh, Soyuncu and Schmeichel have had an absolute... Schmeichel's distribution is the worst I've seen in years. Both goals came from... The first 2 goals for me were the killer. The first goal, when he passed out to Perez when he got the red card, that was... He should have just, like Tom said, he should have just hoofed up the pitch. Shouldn't have gone near Perez. We shouldn't have stopped playing out the back and, giving the ball away. And Soyuncu, he got turned so easily by Antonio for that third goal. Was it the second? Was it the third goal? It was, wasn't it? It's just woeful. Soyuncu needs experience. He needs Evans or Bertrand. Without those two, he's a headless chicken.
Go on then. We got Jamie. He's stopped work for a minute. What's
Again,
your take on it, Jamie? Come on, Jamie.
Well, like I was at half time, not impressed at all. This football we're playing is just not enjoyable to watch at all. It was, to be honest, it was absolutely awful. I hated watching that today. It's too much side to side, and the defenders to be the most touches of the ball. No, disgusting. We weren't even at the races all game long. It was just, I don't know, we just weren't there. We just weren't ready for it or anything. It's just, I don't know, just disgraceful. It really was. The way we played today, didn't enjoy it at all. Soyuncu, like you say, Soyuncu was not Mr. Massive today. He was a little bit small. He didn't want to be there today, I don't think. They looked nervous against Antonio. They looked really nervous against him.
Lads, before I let you go, what worries me sometimes when you see a performance like that from Leicester is that it feels like there's players out there who just are going through the paces and believing what the press say about them.
We said that. We said that earlier.
People like Maddison and, even maybe Tielemans. There was nothing much going on out there.
It just feels like they're collecting a paycheck for the end of the week, just turning up and not doing it. And it's just put us under pressure now for the Norwich game. It really has. I know I keep saying get a point away games, but we need to win on Saturday. Yeah. We need to win. The pressure on us is
unbelievable. Yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah. 3 games in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are pressures in. Listen, lads, from the Foxes Arms, enjoy the rest of the night. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
See you later.
Come on, Foxes.
Tom, we're going to add some more people in. I know Ross, Gray, Leo have all clicked on the link, so I'll be adding them in soon. It felt like the whole game, a bit going through the motions, and we were second best from the minute it kicked off, Tom.
Goes back to last season, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mate. I said it in the game. There was too many games last season where the whole team didn't turn up. West Ham away, at home and away, they didn't turn up. Fulham at home, they didn't turn up. Leeds United at home, we didn't turn up. Arsenal at home, we didn't turn up. And it weren't 1 or 2 players. It's a whole team performance. And
this is what Albin's just put there. Didn't really look like we wanted to win this game at all.
Just didn't turn up, and we did it last season. I thought we might have looked and gone, look, when one player didn't turn up, you can sort of cope with it. But from first minute from the first 7-8 minutes, I thought we looked okay. And then literally, mate, as soon as the goal went in, we just went to pot. So I said, you can't count at half time to be 1-0 now with 10 men. You're right, lads, you're still in the game, get a goal, you're back in it. You can't count Cags is going to make such a clanger. I'm sorry. For someone who's now played over 50, 60 games in the Premier League, I'm expecting someone like that, an experienced Turkish international now, to step up to the plate, be the leader when Johnny Evans isn't there. Because we all know Daniel Amarty's not going to lead that back line. And you can't expect Luke Thomas or Pereira to do it on the fullback. So you've got to have someone in the centre of the park leading the line. To turn back after he had no one around him, look, mate. That's the bit what I didn't get. There's no thought. It's just, just need to go backwards because that's the way we play. And Antonio, what can you say? He knew what we were going to do because he didn't go and close Cags down. He just ran back to where Casper was and stood in front of Casper. And in theory, the ball back to Casper is a shocker, mate, because even not in near Casper, it's 2-3 yards the wrong side of Casper. And Antonio then gets free to pass the ball across the box and a tapping by Rami. I mean, it just start to finish, mate. We got everything wrong tonight. And the only thing I blame Brendan for, mate, is that you go 2-1 up, you're losing 2-1, and I'm expecting a change straight away. Make that change. Make West Ham think of something different because up to that point, nothing could happen. Nothing really changed that game. You get the change, you get that goal, you get the momentum, and West Ham looked nervous at that point for the next 6 minutes. Make the change. Bring Daka on. We saw what Daka did. He hassled. He caused problems. Bring on Nacho. Bring on Samari. Bring players on that are going to try and push this team forward. But we left it. For some reason, he didn't make the change, and it cost us.
Tom, I'm going to add in Ross, Gray and Leo. And what I want to ask them is, I've had a few fans' comments put on here saying that's the worst game I've seen in years. Now, I'm going to remind people of short memories like Mark. I'm going to say Spurs last game of last season at home when we capitulated like that today. I'm also going to remind Mark of Bournemouth away the season before where we capitulated like that.
Man United the season before.
Yeah, and there's been other instances. That is nothing new to see Leicester turn in what is a bit of a shock performance because we're better than that. I'm going to add in Ross, I'm going to add in Gray, and I'm going to add in Leo all in one go. I'm going to start with Leo because he's a new face for me. Go on, Leo. What do you want to say about Leicester's game tonight?
I didn't think it was good. I thought in the first half we could have maybe gone for it a bit more, but we didn't. And in the second half, they scored and we weren't in the game. Certainly after Perez went off. So,
but Leo, we did at 2-1. Like Tom saying, at 2-1, we got a foot back in that game, Leo.
There was the one chance with Vardy got through from Amarty and he crossed it in, but it didn't get near Daka. Well, that was good. And then, there wasn't much other than that, I didn't think.
I think Gray might not be as kind as you there. Gray, what's your take on it?
Are we off the watershed now, Phil?
You can say what you like, Gray. Try to keep it clean, but...
I'll keep it clean just because you asked nicely. I just think that was such a piss-poor performance. Like,
I'll accept that.
And that's me keeping it clean. We offered nothing. In the first 20 minutes, I saw the stats come up, 73% possession, 63% possession. Final third, we had nothing. David Moyes has keeps pulling masterclasses over Brendan Rodgers. That's Brendan Rodgers'
Great.
Thinking is in
Great.
Rodgers can't be him.
Great. Match says here, I think he's sort of agreeing with you, and he's saying Leicester City have got a soft underbelly. No Walshy, Roy Keane leader. Who's going to be kicking some asses in that changing room?
Well, I actually thought after the balls up that Vardy made for the terrible ball control and gave away the first goal, and then you look at him chasing back. That weren't chasing back because, hang on a minute, lads. I've given the ball away. I've dropped a right clanger. I'm going to try and wing it back. I'm running back. Someone else will do the job, and that's not Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy should have sprinted back. Like there's a lot of people we can blame for tonight, but that was just a really, really, really rotten performance. And
yeah, Ross, thanks for waiting patiently. Don't forget, I've put the link out there. I'll share it again when Ross gives us his views.
Well, I mean, that was a
is it
shocker.
better than your salad, Ross?
I don't know what was worse, my salad or this game. I tell you.
I'd put the performance down.
Yeah, 100%, Gray. I mean, Soyuncu, that was. My dad messaged me during the game, and he said it was like Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bournemouth. Exactly the exact words of my dad saying about Bournemouth. He said, "What a flaming calamity! It's Bournemouth again. We're already up against it, and we give a goal away like that." His exact words. It was a shocker. The worst game I've seen Soyuncu play. Bar the Bournemouth one. Schmeichel's distribution was worse than Hermes' deliveries. It was awful. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. I mean, obviously, people always blame, the sending off. I still think
Ross, your sound has gone, mate. I don't know what you've touched on your phone.
Just going back to what Ross touched on.
That's better.
Is that better? Sorry. I was just saying with Vardy, he gave away the goal. Not many people have commented saying, "Oh, blame Vardy." Everyone's just going on Perez because he's got sent off. He's already had enough stick as it is, and now this has made it just it made it worse. But everyone had a shocker tonight, and indeed he was getting shrugged off the ball. He's getting flicked off by Antonio. And let's be honest, Antonio had a cracking game tonight. But that
Antonio's a beast.
Yeah, exactly. Jordi Jono said it just earlier about that third goal. From Amati. It's just awful.
Guys, a couple of comments come in here again.
Bill,
Neil
can
says,
you just,
"Yeah,
sorry,
go on."
mate, could you just put that comment on about top six?
Yeah, I will do. I will do. Tom. That's not a Leicester fan.
No, but all I was going to say, mate, because people have said it in the chat and during the show and shrugged West Ham off a bit about the performance. Let's not forget, West Ham only finished a point behind Leicester last year.
Yeah.
So when people are saying, "Oh, West Ham, blah blah blah," they only finished a point behind us. So this is a good West Ham team. I know they've not got Lingard, but this is still not a bad West Ham team. We took it too lightly for me.
I think we did. I've got a few people's comments. I don't know who wants to react to this. Neil is saying again. Obviously, we can't have Tielemans and Maddison in the same team. Look at Tielemans last year without Maddison. Bobby then goes on to say Maddison was a ghost again. How many chances do we give him? Because we give Perez stick, but where is Maddison's for ghosting again? And I agree with Bobby. I don't know what's quite going on. Who wants to pick up on Maddison?
We'll take it in turns, Greg, if you want. Maddison, my opinion, Tielemans plays better when Maddison's not in the side. And Maddison was poor tonight. Well, they all were. I'm just saying, obviously, Tielemans got the goal. I thought when we got that goal, I thought, can we actually get back into this? And then boom, third goal. No. Go on, you go next, Greg.
I kind of agree with you right there, Rossi. At the end of last season, when Maddison was injured, we were playing good football, and I said it in a few of Phil's shows that if Maddison went, it wouldn't be a problem. We got people that step in there, but I'm just going to go back to one of Phil's comments quickly. And Cags, at Sunday League football, when you're passing the ball back to your keeper, look across your box for God's sake.
Yep.
You're a professional international footballer. It's schoolboy football. My 8-year-old knows how to play a ball back to his keeper. Look across your 18-yard box first, lad.
Yeah, Leo, let's just add Leo. What's your thoughts, Leo, on Maddison?
Yeah, I didn't think he was good, but when we scored the goal, he was the one that had done the original pass in.
True.
He did one thing all night.
Yeah.
He's got a point, but, obviously for the goal, but still you can't play. It's like when we mentioned last season, the season before, you can't play, before Sumerio came in, Childry and Ndidi can't play in the same pot, in the same team when that was happening. And it's the same with Tielemans and Maddison. You got to have the balls to drop Maddison. He might be the pretty boy as people make out to be. But at the end of the day, Tielemans is a better player than Maddison in that position. When Tielemans, he's got all three. He's free when he's not in.
I mean, go on, Leo. Yes, say your bit.
Well, all these people are just slamming Maddison at the moment. I think a week ago they were celebrating the fact that Arsenal had kind of definitely pulled out. Like, there were a lot of people that wanted him to stay when he was being interested in from Arsenal. And now he seems to get an old stick.
No, I think you're right, Leo. I think it's interesting. I do think it's interesting. My personal on Maddison is I think he's a very good prospect of a player. I think he's a very good player. I just think, and Tom or Jono, I don't know which one of you wants to pick up on this. I've said it last season. I'll say it again. I don't know what Dennis Pratt has done, because I would rather have Pratt in there with Tielemans than Maddison in there with Tielemans, and yet it just doesn't seem to happen.
Since Perez now is out for a red card, I'll play Pratt on the right and play Kieran Dewsbury-Hall instead of Maddison. When he played in pre-season, he looked so hungry and so determined to play well for Leicester. I think Maddison needs to be put in his place, and let another player show that his place is up for grabs, because I think Kieran could do as good of a job as Maddison did. He showed nothing tonight. Jackie came on, he did more than 2 minutes than Vardy did all game.
So to be honest, I think you touched on it then, Jono, about having the balls. I think Brendan should have the balls to drop Vardy and put Daka in or Nacho, because again, Vardy gave away the goal tonight. People are just going to forget about that. He gave away the first goal tonight. Obviously, the first of many. It was a poor pass.
James, somebody's put, am I missing something? This is James Horan says, how is Iheanacho not starting matches after last season? Our best player since February. Tom?
I was going to agree on that. Look, I agree with you, Ross. He gave the ball away for the first goal, Vardy. No ifs and buts with that. It's a poor ball and he didn't chase it back. The biggest bit annoys me is, mate, the best player in the part that wins the ball back, and Diddy lets Fornell run past him and watches him watches him run past him and then stands there and watch him kick it in the net. That's more criminal to me as a manager, that your central midfielder, your defensive midfielder, did not follow the man into the box and make any sort of challenge on him. That makes it worse. Vardy's bad enough because it's a poor touch. My first question is, why is Vardy having to drop that deep to link the play up? It's not what Vardy's about. He wants the ball in behind. He's not good at linking the play up for me. As for Nacho, I said it straight away. As soon as that goal went in, get Nacho on. Take Vardy off. Make West Ham think something different, because before that, they knew where Vardy was going every single time with his runs. They knew what Vardy was doing going down the line, and he couldn't get him behind because there's no space. So at the point of scoring that goal to make it 2-1 when we had a foot back into the game, the change should have been straight away, and that was Vardy off, Maddison off, and brought on the two players he did bring on. But for me, Rodgers made the biggest mistake tonight by leaving the changes too late in that game. And I agree completely. He scored the most goals last season for Leicester, Nacho, but he still can't get a sniff in a team where Vardy's 34 now, not getting younger. I'm not saying Vardy should be dropped all the time, but you've got to change the team up now and then. And tonight was a good opportunity for me, when we're losing, to put players on and get this game back into the game for me.
Come on, Gray.
I'm just going to touch on what Tom said there. A few seasons ago, when Vardy lost the ball, he would have chased back and won the ball, or at least put that much pressure on someone that they would have ballsed up the next roll. Vardy did not look interested one bit tonight. And Brendan we trust. In Brendan should have made changes at half time. At least 2 or 3 at half time. I was so shocked at half time when there was no changes made. We were down to 10 men. Let's go all guns blazing and try and win the game.
You can't blame tonight on Brendan.
Not blaming.
That's the first time since I think he's been manager where he's made a serious mistake like that. He's allowed to make serious mistakes.
I'm not blaming him tonight.
Me and Tom definitely disagree with you there, Jono. Brendan has made. I think if it's one of Brendan's Achilles' heels, is sometimes he definitely gets out tacticked by other managers, and tonight was one of them.
Moyes has got it over him.
Ancelotti gets him as well. There's a few. Klopp gets him.
All my point of view is, mate, is that we have no plan B. And if plan A doesn't work, it's keep playing plan A. And with a minute to go or 2 minutes to go when you're 1-0 down, And we've seen it so many times since Brendan's been at the football club. We're passing it around the back four and we're not getting the ball forward to anyone. There's your biggest mistake at anything you can be as a manager. Did you look at any Premier League manager when they're losing 1-0, they'll stick a defender up there to try and get something out of the game. Leicester don't change. They keep the defensive back four and they literally just pass it side to side to try and open up the defence. And nowadays, modern football, you ain't going to open the defence that easy. Defenders are that well drilled, and by sticking in their positions, you ain't going to do it. You've got to have a plan B, and we don't have a plan B, sadly. We really don't.
When do we play Norwich?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Suddenly, Gray, that Norwich match, even though they're not having a great start, suddenly you start. I'm not fear it, but there's more pressure on it all of a sudden, Gray.
See, for me, as a Leicester fan and being married to an Irish lady, and I got the stick when Jamal Lewis netted against us the other 2 seasons ago and scored the winner. And to be honest, what a goal it was. But Norwich are going to have the what's-its kicked up them. We're going to have the what's-its kicked up us. It's going to be a good game, and I'm going to put it out there now. 3-1, Pookie to score first.
Thanks, Gray. Listen, Ross, Gray, Leo, thanks so much for clicking in.
Boys.
Thank you for having me.
Come on again, Leo, mate. We'll see you soon. Great to get those lads on. I'm just going to wrap it up with us three there. Jono, thanks a lot for doing the watch along again. Very early in the season, Jono. We just need to bounce back on Saturday, Jono.
Yeah, we need to bounce back. I think first goal is a blow. I think we're missing some key defenders. Well, that's the area where we struggled with mainly. But second game of the season, early days, but we need to get our act together if we want to maintain top 5, top 4 position.
Tom, Stephen's just saying they're pumping up to Daka plan B. Brendan Rodgers, Achilles heel, one of them. And I'm not slating him here. All the Liverpool fans we ever talk to say he doesn't have a plan B, and that is his downfall when he needs to go plan B. I'm sick of talking plan B because we had it over the last 2 years that we don't seem to switch over. I think the game was gone, really. Like you say, maybe he should have done the tactics either as soon as Perez goes off or at 2-1. But Norwich, Tom, let's look forward now.
Long way to go in the season. We saw it last year after a poor performance. We hit back with a good performance. We go to Norwich, a team that conceded 8 goals in their first 2 games, with hope that we can go causing some problems. Will the team change? Most definitely. I can see Cassagna coming into the back line because I think we look really weak with the youth at the back tonight. And I could see there being changed up top, mate. I could see maybe some Daka getting a start at the weekend, or even Nacho, mate, up there, and Vardy being the one who gets pulled off.
I don't know, Tom, just at the start, very, very start of the watch-along, which seems a long time now ago, just at about 5 minutes past 7, I had a quick chat with Walshy earlier, which was a pre-record, and we played it. Now, Walshy said, and I can't remember his exact words, but he was referring to Johnny Evans as being that the engine, the Rolls Royce, I think he called him, at the back. And without him, Walshy called it before the match. He said it's a massive miss. And you just can't quite see Soyuncu operating without Maguire or Evans in there at the time, or Amati. It just
said it before, mate, and someone said it in the week that Johnny Evans is the glue in the team. He glues that team together. He's the leader from Casper to Johnny. That's the first bit of connection, the point of call, that the person who's communicating with that goalkeeper. Tonight, that Soyuncu mistake would not have happened if Eden was on the park. I can tell you that now, because at the points in turning, Evans would have shouted quite clearly, go up the line, go away, turn away, do not go backwards, because he would have seen Antonio there. Antonio would not have got that ball. I can tell you now, it would never have happened in a million years because the call would have been made. He's playing with Daniel Amati, who's not reading that situation, mate. You can't blame Daniel Amati on that situation because he's not a leader. He's a defender that plays some games for us. On a lighter note, I've got a bubble machine, only used twice, for sale. Brilliant condition, mint. If someone wants to buy it, because it did get used for any Leicester goals.
Do you think Bertrand could be the leader?
I was just going to say Bertrand should be back on Saturday after his positive test for COVID. Johnny Evans not going to be back until at least after the international break. So, listen, guys, Tom, Jono, thank you so much for doing the watch along tonight. It was absolutely brilliantly done. Thank you, guys.
As always, thank you to the fans for putting your comments in and joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure to do these watch-alongs. It's a great crack. Even when we lose 4-1, it's still a laughter, joy to have the comments and the banter with everyone on it. So thank you again for joining us tonight, and see you Saturday for Norwich in the Premier League.
Fantastic. Thanks, lads. I'll let them both go. Thanks, Jono. Thanks, Tom.
Cheers.
Absolutely superb from the pair of them. That was absolutely great. Keep your comments coming in just for a moment more or two. Obviously, we've done the competitions. I need to go and check. I can't imagine any Leicester fan has predicted Leicester 1-4 to West Ham, but we'll go and have a look. We'll see if anybody did it. If not, I'll just pick somebody out at random and you can win some pizzas. Last goal. Do you know what? I'd pretty much given up looking at when the last goal was. So I will have to check the stats on Sky Sports to see when it is. I've got a feeling, and I'm just looking now, it's as if I've just looked on the website. Sky Sports has it down as Antonio, not that it matters, the 84th minute. So if anybody predicted the 84th minute, you'll be in the draw for the Pucker Pies. Not the scores we wanted to be giving prizes out for. Last few comments. Trevor says 4-hour journey, worth it. It's a hell of a way to West Ham, especially if the traffic's bad. Callum said he said the 83rd minute. I've got it down on Sky Sports as the 84th minute at the moment. Patrick says there's always... This is not Patrick. You're always a pessimist, Patrick. Thank you for those kind words, Fee. Leicester Fan TV is here by fans, for fans. We're trying to get it better and better in there. Gray is saying, yes, don't forget there's competition on Sunday. Join Jamie on Sunday. Now, let me just let you know what else is going on this week on Leicester Fan TV. Wednesday night it is Jack at 7:30. Thursday night it is Tom 7:30. Friday is Reedy. Then it's match day. We'll be doing a watch along 3 p.m. Obviously we'll start that at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and Jamie's live from the Fox's Arms on Sunday morning. He's been live half the night tonight. Callum says Foxes never quit. I think we sort of did quit tonight. I'm not sure we even started tonight, Callum. I think you get the last say in tonight's show. Thanks again to everybody for all their comments, all their views. Mostly thanks for all your comments and all your views, Tom and Jono. Walshy for joining us earlier. All the guys from the Fox's Arms. Reedy, Jack, Jake, who were down at the match today. Paul, them got to do all that journey home. If you can do us a favour, give us a like, give us a share, and most of all, thanks for these guys for helping us out. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, and Hope Against Cancer. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.